college football. It's already been a crazy day as we're in Troy, Alabama, where the Trojans are ready to start defending their back-to-back Sun Belt Conference titles. I know their fans already. As you're watching the Sun Belt on ESPN. Yes, the stakes get higher tonight as both ULM and Troy begin conference play here at the Vet in Troy. Hello, everyone. Alongside Ben Stanfield, I'm Will Kohlmeyer. We're absolutely delighted to have you on board with us here tonight. We'll introduce you to the third member of our team, Junior Lewis Saint, in just a moment. And Ben, Troy is one of only two schools in the entire country that have won back-to-back conference titles. The defending national champ Michigan is the other. What are you looking for in this one as they begin defense of those two titles?
They're in good company with the Michigan Wolverines. It's going to be a lot tougher road for Troy and Michigan this year as both teams have had to rebuild. So starting here at home with the Troy Trojans, a lot of new faces on the football field tonight, but it's a championship-type expectation when you come to Troy. And so the season begins fresh tonight. Non-conference woes are behind you now. Let's get ready to rumble.
Well, we are going to get ready to rumble. And for ULM, if you're looking for a player to keep an eye out for, is the guy that likes to rumble. He's the true freshman running back, Ahmad Hardy. He's just under 200 yards rushing on the year.
Love watching this guy run. He's really the staple of their offense. They don't throw the ball a whole lot. You're going to see Ahmad Hardy and his number get called a lot tonight. He's number 22, by the way. And he had a great game a couple of weeks ago against UAB. He ran all over the Blazers.
Yeah, he certainly did. As for Troy, how about Devontae Ross, one of the most dynamic receivers in the entire country, coming off that record-breaking game just a week ago tonight, 229 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's one of the best wide receivers in the entire country. Like you mentioned, had that receiving record for a single game for Troy last week. He's just dynamic, prolific. I mean, you find the adjective and it works for Devontae Ross. He's a special player. We're going to be talking about him at Troy for a long time.
No doubt about that. Definitely electrifying. Let's meet Junior Lewis Saint. He's the third member of our team. He's down on the sidelines. Junior, weather won't be a problem tonight.
Hey, guys, it definitely won't be another problem tonight, man. It's great atmosphere, great forecast here. We still have a few clouds here from this past weekend during the hurricane, but there's nothing to worry about. Both teams will be able to establish the things they need to do. ULM, Coach Vincent talked about establishing the passing game, and Troy, Coach Parker, will establish the running game.
All right, Junior, we'll look forward to your reports all night long. And we've got Booty versus Goose. There's your quarterback matchup tonight, Ben.
Yeah, General Booty for ULM. The numbers weren't good at Texas, but nobody's playing great against them except evidently Mississippi State today. But overall, a solid passer. His numbers, like I said, aren't flashy. 233 yards and a touchdown. He's a good quarterback looking for a breakout game. Then Goose Crowder got some mojo back against FAMU last week. And it's easy to do with Devontae Ross out wide. He's thrown for 5 touchdowns. He looks healthy, too, and that's a big deal for Goose Crowder right now.
And Devontae Ross will fair catch the opening kickoff by Max Larson. And away we go as we get ready for Troy on offense. And there you see Goose Crowder played the whole game last week. You see his numbers on the year. And I tell you what, he had a little rust the first couple of drives, but then Sean Reagan was telling us he had that offense clicking the last 5 drives of the game.
And that's what he can do for you. He's a guy that knows the playbook backwards and forwards, and he's just a great on-the-field leader for this football team, and it's going to be exciting to watch him tonight in conference play, too. This may be an all-time helmet matchup tonight, too, by the way. Troy going with the USA threads up top, and ULM with those great new helmets that they're wearing now, too.
Well, it doesn't take long to get Devontae Ross the football, and it's just a simple handoff, although there are some flags on the play.
Yeah, I'm going to have a procedure flag here against Troy.
Viggers made the stop on Ross, but it's not going to count.
I like the play call, though, because
Yes.
keeping Ross on the move makes defenses think about a lot of things.
Holding. Offense, number 88. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
Trennis Livingston is our referee tonight. And there you see the guilty party. Brody Dalton starting at tight end. Ethan Connor is out again tonight. That's a key, I guess, weapon for Troy's offense that'll be out for the second straight game.
He's a great, great tight end, and it's been missed on this squad this year.
There's a handoff up the middle. Damian Taylor stop by Trevor Randall, but a solid pickup on first down.
Head man for ULM says he likes the way that Damian Taylor runs the football, and they got him involved early tonight.
Trojans with some tempo, again up the middle, and very close to a first down.
Yeah, so picking up the pace there these last couple of plays. Going to try to wear this ULM defense down early.
Well, like Sean Reagan was telling us on Thursday, Ross definitely has a target on his back, but the fun now becomes disguising him to prevent that cover two over the top or that bracketing him outside. That was Barquette that made that stop on the previous play, but the Trojans got the holding call, but no problem. They end up getting the first down.
Yeah, going with some 21 personnel there, too. 2 tight ends, 1 back. So they showed heavy set, but they still had Ross out wide, and that makes defenses respect what you've got in Ross out to the left-hand side there. So,
how about Carl Glass? He's one of your impact players. He was the guy that got the tackle on that play.
Yeah, it certainly is, and he's had a great year, 25 tackles on the year so far, along with Whitehead Williams on that defense.
Again, keeping it on the ground. This time, nice job defensively by ULM, tripping up Taylor. That was Glass again, 2 straight tackles.
Then on the other side, we got Damian Taylor, who you've seen a whole bunch of already in this game. Peyton Higgins, another guy to watch for Troy's offense, number 2, and he's the second leading receiver on the team, 14 catches, 104 yards on the year.
Yeah, Taylor last week, 109 yards, went over the century mark on 15 carries. He starts the night with 265 on the year. Here's a little play action. Crowder rolling to his left. The completion up to midfield. And another first down for the Trojans. That's Beeson. Zariah Beeson with his 9th catch of the year.
Well, great job by Goose Crowder. Watch him here. He's got pressure, but he stays calm, sees his receiver through, and is able to lead him with the football where only he could catch it.
Defense, number 0.
A great pass and catch
from the run,
for the veteran quarterback Goose Crowder tonight. Beeson, that's his 9th catch of the season.
Yep, 4th best on the team.
He's another one of those weapons that's going to become open as Devontae Ross frees a lot of people up in this offense.
He certainly can, and now a roughing the passer call on ULM, so that really benefits the Trojans. They'll set up first down and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that's a huge gain on its own right there in that roughing the passer penalty. That changes the whole dynamic for your play calling now, as you're essentially already in field goal range now.
So Crowder will be in the shotgun. He's got Higgins in motion, and again on the ground. And now right at the red zone, another first down. That's Green, Gerald Green with his first carry of the night. That's Fun Troy with back-to-back tackles for ULM.
Damian Taylor's the power back. Gerald Green is the finesse guy, and that's exactly what he did. Finessed his way through some traffic, another Troy first down. This drive is off to a really great start for the Troy Trojans right now.
6 of the first 8 scoring drives this year took double-digit plays, 5 or more minutes. 6 of the last 7 have been 6 plays or less. 4 of those were 4 plays or less. So see what kind of drive it will be here. That's Goose Crowder. He's got himself another first down at the 10-yard line.
Goose is not the fastest runner. Actually, that was Kilcrease there on the run. So that changes my comment up there. Kilcrease is a little bit more of a runner, the Brantley High School product. A good run by Tucker there.
It sure was. You know, he adds that little element of the little more speed. There's Billy Pullen made that tackle. He's 4th best on the team in tackles, but he also leads the team in sacks and tackles for a loss. He wears number 5 on the back of that ULM jersey. Keep an eye out for Pullen. JUCO transfer from Copiah Lincoln Community College in Mississippi. There's Taylor, got hit at the line, still churning those legs though, and he's got himself the first down. I beg your pardon. So Gilcrease was just shy of the first down, and then he got that on that carry. That was Dylan Howell, the starting defensive tackle. He had 5 tackles in a quarterback hurry last week against Texas. He picks up his 9th tackle of the year.
Troy coming out with that power set again, 2 tight ends, 1 running back in the pistol formation, and that is able to to open up some lanes as they run the ball. They're also trying to show some different looks here in the first half, too, it appears, in the early going.
There's Taylor. He hit a wall. He might have picked up a yard. But some tough running inside against that ULM defense. That was Kevonte Wells. Both of the edge players on that defensive line are transfers from Copiah Lincoln Community College in Mississippi. Wells with his 11th tackle of the season. There's a good look at Kevonte.
The ruling on the field was a catch by the quarterback and a run by the running back. The previous play is under video review if the quarterback knee was on the ground when he had possession of the football. Timeout.
I was wondering about that. It looked like it was very close, so we've got our first review of the night with 9:53 left in a scoreless first quarter.
So here's another look.
Yeah.
Essentially saying his knee was down
Right.
on the snap there because he had to go to his left to get it. Let's watch it one more time. Maybe slow it down just a hair.
Jeremiah Paris, our producer and director tonight. And the rest of our crew,
Yeah, I think it may be there.
I think it is.
Knee is clearly down.
So we'll see. Terry Walters, our replay official. Enjoyed visiting with him about 20 minutes ago. Came in right before we went on the air. Former line judge. And he decided, I think I'm going to go up in the booth. I'm going to be a replay official. Told us some war stories.
Let me tell you, those guys have got them too.
That is for darn sure.
You think the Miami and Virginia Tech gang added a few to their repertoire last night?
Oh, my goodness. And he says we're not the only ones that have a hard time winding down. We all know about the coaches. They have a hard time winding down. I know
After
you and I
video
do.
review, the quarterback's knee was down at the 13-yard line. It'll be second down and go.
All right, so that's probably the worst thing that's happened on this drive so far. Just kind of an awkward snap, and Goose had to lean over and get it. But that's what you do. I mean, you don't let the ball go by you.
No.
It's just one of those things. That's the cost of doing business, as they would say.
So it's second and goal at the 13-yard line. There you see Bryant Vincent in his first year with the Warhawks. He's got a lot of history. In fact, he used to work right across the street from the vet here in Troy. We'll talk about that as the night progresses. And the handoff to Taylor gets to the second level, is upended, falling forward to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the play. That was Charles Thomas, the backup corner, a transfer from Northwest Mississippi Community College.
What a great job by the offensive line there to clear that hole for Taylor to run through just a moment ago there on that run. And Troy's in good shape now on third down. You expect them to probably throw the ball here, but we'll see.
There's some pressure as they had the blitz. ULM dialed up, and it worked to perfection as Crowder's pass was obviously affected by that blitz on the edge. That was Viggers
bringing the pressure there in the backfield. Nice job by Viggers and really changed that whole thing up. You know, he's got a pass breakup on the year, a quarterback hurry, a tackle for loss, an interception, and 18 tackles coming into tonight. So his stats only getting better. But there is a flag.
Yes. I mean, Scott Taylor Renfro was lining up, and all of a sudden the referee just dropped the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense. The quarterback was inside the pocket, and there was no receiver in the area. This is a spot foul and loss of down. Fourth down.
So the field goal has become a little bit more difficult for Scott Taylor Renfro.
I thought he had a receiver there. He had a guy coming across the left side towards the end zone that was maybe in the same zip code at least. You know, but it may not have been the required distance for that intentional grounding call to come in like that.
37-yard field goal attempt for Scott Taylor Renfro off the hold of Robert Cole, the punter. Scott Taylor Renfro this year 3 for 3 in field goals. His longest is 30. You can now change his longest this year to 37 as Scott Taylor Renfro puts Troy up in the first 6 minutes tonight with that field goal, and the Trojans take the early lead. We're coming back with the kickoff as, we'll keep it right here, I beg your pardon, as Troy, a nice solid opening series offensively.
Yeah, it certainly was, and capped off with that field goal by Scott Taylor Renfro. 13 plays on the drive, 68 yards, took 5 minutes and 58 seconds off the clock. Going to be pleased with that every time. A lot of time ticked off that clock because let me tell you something, ULM, that squad is a ball hog squad, right? They want to get it. They want to burn the clock. They want to melt you down. Maybe if you watched Kentucky and Ole Miss earlier today.
Mission accomplished for Kentucky.
And teams that can do that, Troy's not necessarily a pace team, but they do keep it moving, right? ULM's going to bleed this clock tonight in this ball game, just like Kentucky did to Ole Miss. And Kentucky got a huge win on the road by doing so. And that's what Bryant Vincent and this ULM offense are going to try to do tonight.
So you got Devon Wells, number 3, back deep. He's at the goal line. You've got Jake Godfrey about the 4-yard line, and we're awaiting the kick by Paddy McAteer out of Ireland. The majority of his are touchbacks, and you can add another one to McAteer as our first chance to see General Booty, the redshirt junior out of Shreveport, Louisiana. He's from Allen, transfer from Oklahoma, I should say. So from Boomer Sooner, now he's a Warhawk from ULM. Like you said, kind of a tough day at the office last week against Texas. You see his numbers on the year. Yeah,
I mean, who's having a good day against Texas? So
right.
Hadn't checked the score with them in a little while. Mississippi State was pretty close with them a little while ago. But, I mean, that's the number 1 team in the country, and you're just not going to get a whole bunch when you're playing at their place. But he's going to try to erase that tonight with a great game on the road here at Troy.
And right off the bat, the handoff to Ahmad Hardy as he gets close to 200 yards now on the year. He came in with 191 and a couple touchdowns.
Number 22, Ahmad Hardy on the carry.
Yeah, we called his name out earlier, and there you go. First play of the night. And by the way, we talked about these helmets that they're wearing. I really have become a fan of the ULM uniforms. I think they went from maybe some of the most not great uniforms in the country to some of the best almost overnight with these helmets. These helmets are awesome, and they pay tribute to some fighter pilots from the World War II era, the Warhawks, and so it's a pretty neat thing they got going at ULM.
Yeah, especially tonight on Military Appreciation Night. There's Luis Medina. He is the injured Trojan. We're back to the bench right after this. 8:40 left here in the first quarter.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9, 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Doug.
Whoa, Remu, we're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have this dream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Whoa! Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Hey, turn left, I turn right.
There you see Jared Parker, who just picked up his first career win as a head coach last Saturday night. We had some fun with him, and I said, obviously, after you get your first career win, you got a lot of people that are reaching out, texts, calls, messages on social media, and I said, besides my message I sent you, Coach, on X, what else stood out? He said, it's amazing the silence in a loss, but when you win, it's an incredible outpour of support. Randy Sanders is the guy that texted him. He helped him get his first few jobs, still bounce ideas off of him every week. That meant a lot to him, he said. Also, so many colleagues reached out as well. And then he had an awesome emotional scene in the locker room afterwards when the players lifted him up. He said that was by far the biggest thrill. There's some impact players tonight with ULM having the football. Wells and Campbell, those are two good receivers.
Yeah, they lead the team in catches and yardage. Then on the Troy side, Jordan Stringer at linebacker and Raymond Cutts up front, number 0, 15 tackles. He's got 2 quarterback hurries as well.
Yeah, he had those 2 quarterback hurries last week. He had 6 tackles against Florida A&M and a half of a tackle for a loss. Here's Booty. His pass in and out of the hands of Campbell. There is a flag on the play. That was Justin Poe on the coverage.
Going to pick up a roughing the passer call here, it looks like. Is that against LJ
Personal
Green?
foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 99.
Okay.
15-yard penalty from the previous
It's gonna be
spot.
on Julian
Automatic.
Peterson,
First
the
down.
junior from Pinson, Alabama.
Copy.
Okay. A first down for ULM. An offense that's averaging right at 22 points a game. 157 yards on the ground, just 91 in the air. So the miscue, and that was one thing that Jared Parker was telling us about. Gotta eliminate the penalties. They had a lot of penalties. I think he said a total of 6 holding calls, counting offense, defense, and even on special teams. There's a nice play defensively as Hardy gets tripped up. A group of Trojans were there. So no gain, second down and 10.
Yeah, watch that defensive line just kind of clog things up here, and they're going to be daring Booty to pass the ball tonight.
There you see the penalties on the year. 69 yards a game. That's 13th in the Sun Belt Conference. And not only was Parker talking about it, but Dante Wright, the defensive coordinator, was talking about the penalties as well to us. He was not happy with what he saw on the defensive end.
Well, and I think for Troy, too, like the penalties have been just extremely timely in how they've affected the ball games for them this year.
So third down and 1. That was Wesley Campbell that had that reception, one of the tight ends. And they got a new quarterback. That's Herring, Hunter Herring from West Monroe, Louisiana, transfer from Louisiana, the former Raging Cajun. And he will take it himself. Up the middle, he'll get the 1 yard that he needed and a few more as he'll get stopped at the 35-yard line, and a first down for the Warhawks. That was Brendan Jackson. We'll be mentioning his name a bunch. Second on the team in tackles with 28.
Man ran with some purpose there right through that offensive line. Picked up first down. That's grown man football running there.
He's got a touchdown already, Herring, this year. 3 carries on 8 yards coming into this one with that touchdown. Booty is back in. 55% thrower through the air so far this year. Only 42% last week against Texas. 8 of 19 for 42 yards and a pick. So first and 10 for the Warhawks. Again, it's Hardy. He will try the right guard. And he picks up 3. That's Justin Poe coming up from his strong safety position. He's third on the team coming in tackles. That's number 24 now on the year.
You see how just methodical this team is. And nothing really flashy about that. Picked up 3 yards. That's what they want to do just about every down. 3.5 yards, and they're good. convert some fourth downs on occasion and keep the ball alive. They've burned a ton of clock on this drive too.
Yeah, they will definitely control the clock. At least that's their goal. Trailing 3-0. They've got 28 yards so far of offense on this drive. They've been benefited from a penalty or two, and there is Hardy again. Boy, he's got some speed, but he's punishing as well. Took a couple licks there and just kept on ticking.
Yeah, he lowers his shoulder and gets to work. And watch him right here. There's a handoff, and he's got a clear hole, but he's also ran over a man that probably should have made the tackle there for Troy's defense, but he's just a tough runner.
Ian Connerly Goodley ends up making the tackle. He came in tied for 5th on the team in tackles, now with 19, so he's all by himself. 5th best on that defense. That is Wells in motion. Now he's in that left slot, and they keep it on the ground, and this time that Troy defense absolutely swallows the running back. That was Julian Peterson. Remember, he got busted earlier on a penalty, but he comes up with a big play here, a tackle for a loss.
Yeah,
So,
big fills me there in the front, tying things up on that defensive line. He's out there having a good time, too. I like the way this guy plays football.
Yeah, he's a space eater at 6'3", 336, the junior from down the road in Enterprise, Alabama, transfer from Coffeyville Community College in Kansas. So a loss of 3, so they're going to mark it 2nd down and long. This time the give to James Jones. He was not active last week against Texas, but he's in tonight. He came in averaging about 5.5 yards a carry and a touchdown so far.
So Troy's coming up with some pressure, engaging everybody on that offensive line, trying to force this ULM football team into some throwing situations. 3rd and 12, you would think that's got to be it. So Booty hasn't thrown for a lot this year. We'll see what he's got here on 3rd down.
You see they're just 30% on 3rd down. That was C.K. Kaba that made that stop for Troy. Booty, far side toward the end zone, incomplete.
Coming out with
Trent Henry on the coverage. Did a nice job on that far side as that was Tyler Griffin, the intended receiver.
21 personnel. They had 2 tight ends, a running back, and then a receiver out to the right-hand side, and that's who they went with. And I don't think there was any doubt that they were going to throw the football. I'm not a fan of the look that they showed, though. Maybe throw some more receivers out just for decoy purposes even.
So here is Larson, Max Larson, out of Davie, Florida. Kicked the 35-yarder last week against Texas, and he absolutely hammers that one and has tied the game up as Larson now this year 6 of 7 on the field goals. So the Thomas Aquinas grad has tied things up at 3, and we talked about it, Military Appreciation Night here at Troy. How about that? How sweet is that? We'll talk more about that. We got a special guest coming up at halftime.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deal.
Circle
Sunday
Week,
the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Ow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM. And it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
We could have made America's all-time best-selling SUV and called it a day. But you still have unmarked paths to go down, unnamed hills to climb, and unknown territory to navigate. So, we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
weightless pant collection by Verse. Only at Dick's.
It's so on.
Welcome back to the Vet. We're tied at 3. Troy with 8 straight victories over Sunbelt Conference Western Division opponents, trying to extend that. As we're set for a kickoff, Will Kohlmeyer, Ben Stanfield. We got Junior Lewis Saint down on the sidelines. Of course, this broadcast being produced and directed by Jeremiah Paris and the rest of our crew. Glad you're spending your Saturday night with us. Nothing like a Sunbelt Conference opener when the stakes get higher.
Nice weather out here tonight, too.
And Larson's kick. And it'll be another touchback as Goose Crowder and company will take it with 3:09 left in the first quarter. We're tied at 3. We're back right after this.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM. And it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
We could have made America's all-time best-selling SUV and called it a day. But you still have unmarked paths to go down, unnamed hills to climb, and unknown territory to navigate. So we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
Get your special sock out, nerds.
Let's go. Be the first to watch at home today.
Who's ready?
I was born ready. Oh yeah, go even deeper with loads of extras.
And it pays off even more if you watch the movie a second time.
When fans see that,
Hey, cowboy, my eyes are up here. I know it's tempting. I look at it too sometimes.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Buy it now, only on digital.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
It's so on.
.309 left in our first quarter. We're tied at 3 with Troy and ULM. Among the non-autonomy conferences entering this season, the highest chance to make the college football playoff, you see the Sun Belt just 1 percentage point away from the American Athletic Conference.
Yeah, you got Boise State, who's in the top 25 right now. That's a potential contender, but you got to look at teams like Tulane, John Summerall, and James Madison, maybe a player as well out of the Sun Belt.
There's Gerald Green. He's quite a player. Former East Carolina and Georgia Southern standout. Viggers makes the tackle, but not before Green picks up a first down.
Quite a player, and he likes to crush a lot, and that's exactly what he did right there with the first down. Nice run by Gerald Green.
Had just 5 carries last week for 27 yards. Did have a catch as well for 10, his first catch of the year. He's now over 100 yards on the season. And right up the gut, Green still on his feet. He breaks another tackle, and he finally is wrapped up at the 39-yard line. Gerald Green flexing his muscle.
It ain't easy tackling Green. Look what he does there, man. Just pops it outside and keeps on trucking. Watch him there. He's going to run over 1, 2, drags a man, gets off his what should be his 4th and 5th tackles there. Finally brought down inside the 40. That may be his best run of the season right there, Gerald Green.
No doubt. Barquette finally wrapped him up, his 8th tackle of the season. And first down, again it's Green. And he falls forward to the 35-yard line. So give him 4 more yards. There is a flag on the field.
Yeah, he casually picked up 4 yards there. Hot hands, keep it coming. Let's see what he's got. I'd like to see him one more time.
Tristan Shorter, another JUCO transfer, made the tackle, backup edge.
Holding, offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
That's Daniel King. He's preseason All Sun Belt Conference, one of the permanent captains. There you see on the right side.
Yeah, that's going to get called. Daniel King, you mentioned their right guard from Cairo, Georgia. Mascot is the Syrup Makers.
Syrup Makers. I love a good nickname.
South Georgia, the Syrup Makers.
Cairo, Georgia. Huh.
You got
Jackie Robinson's hometown.
You got to throw that A in there. That Cairo.
Oh, Cairo.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry. There you go. So first down and 10 at the 49 now with that penalty on King. Started his career at Georgia Military College. Yet another JUCO transfer. Both these teams, heavy JUCO presence in the roster. $1:30 left and counting in the first quarter. First and 10, Crowder, a little play action. He's being pressured, and he'll get sacked and fumble. ULM says they've got it, and the Warhawks do. And Crowder is down. He got tattooed, and you see that was Howell that made the play. He had the fumble recovery.
There is a flag downfield.
Holding, defense, number 1. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
That is huge. So instead of ULM having it on the plus side of midfield, it's a penalty on Viggers. And Crowder is still hurt, and that is going to be a storyline we need to keep an eye out for. And there it is right there at the bottom. That's Viggers holding. Number 1, he had one of the, I beg your pardon, it was Fun Troy and Williams that had interceptions last week against Arch Manning in Texas.
If we've seen holding calls like that called on the outside on receivers, I feel like a lot more this season than maybe in the past. And so a number of those last week, and that one's going to have a big effect here tonight too.
Here's Kilcrease in for the injured Crowder. Picks up 3, it looks like.
Kilcrease on the carry.
So Kilcrease, the sophomore, 6 foot 205 from Brantley High School, not too far away from here in Alabama. That's now 14 carries this year for right at 80 yards.
Looks like he's going to get to finish the drive off too here.
Boy, and Parker was just telling us, Coach Parker, last week before the Florida A&M game, it was so tough that because Crowder had only played 5 quarters in the first 3 games. Oh, the snap under Kilcrease, and he's got to hustle back to fall on it. A massive loss, though, back at the 47-yard line.
Good job by him to get on top of the football, though, and protect it. Low snap, went right through his legs, and he didn't try to do anything with it. He just protected the football. It's going to be 3rd down and Montgomery from here, but
timeout.
At least it's 3rd down.
Yes. Billy Pullen will get credit for that tackle, and we played 15 minutes, and we're tied at 3. Second quarter coming up. It'll be 3rd and 23 for that Troy offense as the Trojans and Warhawks kicking off their Sun Belt Conference schedule on Military Appreciation Night.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkout. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify.
New Limitless Pant Collection by Verse. Only at Dick's.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds.
Let's go. Be the first to watch at home today.
Who's ready?
I was born ready. Oh, yes. Go even deeper with loads of extras.
And it pays off even more if you watch the movie a second time. When fans see that. Hey, cowboy, my eyes are up here. I know it's tempting. I look at it too sometimes.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Buy it now, only on digital.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Oh, whose is this?
What was that?
I wanted a house. She did too. Pizza.
What did you break?
I knew I couldn't do it on my own. Food's here.
Right.
So we thought, why not go all in together?
Okay.
That's when buying a home together got real. That was my good vase, wasn't it?
It's so on.
Welcome back to the Vet here in Troy. As we begin the second quarter, Trojans, their starting quarterback, Goose Crowder, injured late in the first quarter, and another bad snap from center, and Kilcrease is tackled back at the 33-yard line, and Coach Parker on the near side about ready to blow a gasket, back-to-back bad snaps. And the Trojans now will have to punt. That's Eli Russ, very uncharacteristic, the center for Troy. Preseason All-Sun Belt Conference selection, second team.
That's at least 3 bad snaps tonight that have cost the team a down. The last 2 plays, and then earlier Goose Crowder took a knee inadvertently on a snap that went way off to the left. And here we go, punting from a mile away.
Whoa, Robert Cole's punt almost blocked. Takes a Trojan bounce, picked up by Wells. And Wells is knocked out of bounds, and there is a flag.
Kind of thought Cole might have gotten a flag there on the punt. Troy was flagged a week ago for something much less egregious than what happened to Robert Cole on that kick.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 87 of the kicking team.
That's
15-yard penalty from the end of the run, 1st and 10.
So Walls is busted on the call. He's the long snapper, redshirt freshman from
Timeout.
Millbrook, Alabama. We'll step aside with 14-11 left in the first half. We're tied at 3.
Whoa!
Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Say turn left, I turn right.
You can't just sell at one place at once anymore. You gotta sell in all the places. Cha-ching indeed. Businesses that want to win with Shopify.
Get smooth. Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear. Only at Duluth Trading.
Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, brings you the Ego Power Plus blower. Reaching an incredible 765 CFM, it's more powerful than gas. And at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, it's the most powerful Ego blower ever. Featuring Ego's patented 56-volt arc lithium battery technology, it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge. Plus, the same battery powers all Ego tools. Exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
Welcome back. Ben Stanfield and Will Kohlmeyer live at Troy tonight. Keys to the game for Troy. One of them was limit penalties. Just got a huge 15-yarder late on that play. Of course, you got to shop at the Ross. Throw to Devontae all night. For ULM, better execution and complementary football. They're going to try to open the passing game for once with the run. Neither of those have panned out yet, but I got to say ULM probably in a little bit better shape overall in this game right now. Troy without starting quarterback Goose Crowder. That's going to be an issue down the stretch as well because it's hard to shop at Ross if you can't get in the car first, right? Got to get that snap to the quarterback. That's been a problem here.
And even before the injury to Crowder, they had not had a reception for Ross in that entire first quarter.
Jones on the carry. Tackle on the play is made by number 25.
Great run to start for ULM on this drive.
Yep, Poe made the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
We'll be throwing it down to Junior Lewis Saint in just a moment as it's 2nd down and 4. We'll go to Junior after this play. There you see Booty. His grandfather actually was a starting quarterback at Mississippi State back in 1973 and 74. Famous last name. He had a pretty good uncle that played quarterback. There's a run to Hardy. Let's send it down to Junior.
This is out there right now. They will be without their veteran defensive lineman, Luis Medina. He's out with a shoulder injury, so he won't be back the remainder of the game.
All righty. Thank you so much, Junior. And I know he'll try to get an update on Crowder and his situation as we go forward. 13 minutes and some change left in the first half. We're tied at 3. Big play here for that Troy defense.
So Medina on that defensive front, number 95. That's a big hole that opens up there on this defensive line, especially against a team that likes to run the football like ULM. That's a problem.
They got Hunter Herring, who runs the backup quarterback, and right before the snap, a flag.
It's going to be a false start on the ULM offense.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 3rd down.
Yeah, big play, 3rd down and 3, but you can only play 11. So there is a good look at the first-year head coach, Bryant Vincent.
Yeah, you mentioned him earlier. He coached right across the street at Charles Henderson and was with the guy that was there for a long time, Hugh Fountain, great high school coach here in town. And Bryant Vincent's got a pretty impressive resume, hopping around to some high schools, and he talked about building programs. It's been a lot of fun to listen to him talk about his career trajectory this week.
Yeah, it was a fun Zoom that we had with him on Thursday. Actually came up on the elevator with his wife Holly and their athletic director at ULM, John Hartwell. And Holly said she was the school nurse. There's a pass on third down, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there as they were trying to find Artis Cole. That was Cecil Powell making the play from that free safety position.
Yeah, Powell with the great job on the pass breakup there, and a clutch one too. Watch this. ULM, we mentioned, doesn't go to the air a lot. Powell takes full advantage of that. Outstanding defense.
So here's Devontae Ross back deep after that defensive play to force the punt. And Mackenzie Ryan's punt. He's from Australia. He takes a nice Warhawk roll. And Devontae Ross still cannot handle the football. Timeout on the field. Coach Parker and his offense will have it first down and 10 at its own 15 when we come back.
Whoa!
Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Say turn left, I turn right.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday to 6th.
Target
Big deal.
Circle
Sunday
Week,
to
1
6th.
week.
Big
Ow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear. Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear. Get smooth. Only at Duluth Trading.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
$12-16 left in the first half. We're knotted at 3. Troy and ULM. One of the big storylines, miscues, and I mean plenty of them.
Yeah, there have been a number tonight so far, and this was earlier in the game. Crowder got swallowed up, fumbled the football. That actually was negated by a penalty, but then you had some bad snaps to Gilcrease, back-to-back plays, and Troy had to punt the football away, and just fortunate to have it back here without giving up any points to ULM, but yeah, we may be in for a 6-3 ball game tonight at this rate.
They are both coaches were talking about needing to execute, and that just hasn't been at a top-tier level so far. That is Fun Troy, who had an interception in the first quarter last week.
We got a new center in the ball game too.
So Tyler Cappy, remember against Iowa, he's a walk-on, and they had the quarterback Matthew Caldwell was a walk-on. So you had a walk-on center and quarterback starting against a nationally ranked Iowa team up in Iowa City. After a 3-yard pickup, here's Taylor. He's got himself a first down up across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Watch Taylor just lower his shoulder. One of the things that Bryant Vincent was talking about him, he said, man, he's like a tree trunk, plays well within his pads and just I mean, he's a weapon. You catch him in open space, he's that guy you don't want to get hit. You're not trying to Oklahoma drill with Damian Taylor because he will run you over.
Tyrese Hopkins out of Macon, Mississippi. Went to Starkville High School there in Mississippi, and East Mississippi Community College transfer made the stop. Oh, how about Taylor? Not only is he punishing, but he can make some moves. You see how he can juke and jive as well.
Yeah, he should have been tackled for a loss there. Hitting the backfield originally on that play and able to bust it and turn it into a solid gain right there. Yeah, should have been tackled maybe twice in the backfield, and he gains you 5 yards.
Poland, number 5. Knutson, number 7, in on that tackle. And so give him 5, and it's 2nd and 5 at the 37. Kilcrease. Finally, Devontae Ross with his first reception of the night, and it'll be enough for a first down as he's knocked out of bounds. That is his 27th catch of the season, just his first tonight after that record-breaking performance a week ago.
Watch that in-game speed. It's just a different level when Devontae Ross has the football. Had just a little bit of open field there, 4 yards or so, but he gained him pretty quick. He's going to be fun to watch when he catches a deep route ball here at some point tonight.
Back-to-back hat tricks, 3 touchdowns against Iowa, 3 more last week against Florida A&M. But they've done a nice job, ULM, so far, of keeping Ross quiet. There's Kilcrease looking for the big chunk down the field. There was some contact, no flag. As nice coverage there by Funtroy. He's the transfer from UAB from Spanish Fort High School in Mobile.
Yeah, you're not going to get that call because the ball wasn't there, and Kilcrease underthrew it on that pass. And I like the fake, though. Nice job, a full spin cycle there before he launched the football. May got a little dizzy when he turned around. Threw it just shy of Beeson, and Beeson was double covered there. If he had caught the football, it would have been a really highlight-worthy catch for sure.
Sean Reagan told us he was putting in a new wrinkle or two, all about disguising personnel this week. And on 2nd and 10, pickup of 3 up to the 45-yard line for Taylor as he leaves. Green back in. That's Hopkins again on the tackle for ULM.
I think what you may see here for a little bit, if they can convert this 3rd down, is Troy running the football quite a bit or throwing out to the flats. Short stuff that's a little bit more controllable to try to get some rhythm going.
3rd and 7 for Kilcrease. Ross is in the slot, and Kilcrease under pressure. Nice spin to get away from that would-be sack. And his throw to Ross, in and out of his hands. It was almost a circus catch for Ross in traffic. And that would have been enough, obviously, for a first down. Instead, it's 4th down.
Ross just not able to pull that one down. May have been thinking about people around him, too, after he tipped that ball a little bit. Trying to turn upfield. We do have a flag on the field, but great job by Kilcrease to hustle and get out from the blitz, because the blitz was strong and he was about to take a sack.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot and automatic first down.
Wow, Daniel Knutson came in tied for 5th on the team in tackles out of Eden Prairie High School in Minnesota, in the Twin Cities area, and that is a big penalty against the Warhawks.
So everybody's eyes were downfield watching Ross.
Yeah, including ours.
Except for the officials. So that's, I guess, good that they caught that, but.
You saw Knutson on the sideline, the transfer from Iowa Central Community College. 4th penalty of the night for the visiting Warhawks. Troy already has 5. 1st and 10 at the 40. Kilcrease, the give. And Green is hit behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a tackle for a loss. That was Wells out of Jackson, Mississippi, a junior, 6'3", 270. Big guy, but he's got some quick feet.
ULM defense smells blood right now. They understand that Troy has become somewhat one-dimensional with some snapping woes and just not able to get out and throw the ball at this juncture right now. So they're going to bring a lot of dudes in the box to stop this run.
2nd and 11. Green inside. Down to the 38. So after a loss of 1, he picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 8. Carl Glass out of Ouachita Parish. Transfer from Harding. He's having himself a nice night so far.
Yeah, he was one of our guys to watch, impact players on this ULM defense, and he's a playmaker. Like you mentioned, came into the night with 25 tackles and a forced fumble.
Yeah, right there in Monroe, Louisiana. A senior. 3rd and 8 for Kilcrease and the Trojans. They'll need a little bit more to try to get it in field goal range. Kilcrease will try to get the first down on it with his legs. He is tackled at the 34. There is a flag. He'll be shy of the first down. If it's against Troy, you got to wonder, do you take the penalty and shove them backwards? Let's hear what the call is.
Offense, number 74. From the spot of the foul, 10 yards.
That's Daniel
Remains
King again.
3rd down.
So 2 of those on Daniel King, making his 33rd career start tonight.
So it looks like ULM's going to accept that penalty and push it way back.
Yeah.
3rd and 18, 19.
That would have been about a 51-yard field goal attempt. That would have been a little bit too long for Renfrew, but keep in mind that Parker has Paddy McAteer out of Ireland, who's got an incredibly strong leg. But now, as you mentioned, 3rd and 17 at the 47. Kilcrease under pressure, got away from one Warhawk, and he'll run far side, and he is tackled at the 40-yard line. And that is Dylan Howell out of Mansfield High School in Texas, transfer from East Central Oklahoma.
And that's one of those plays that we may need to ask coaches about at some point. Would you rather him stand in the pocket, try to at least push the ball downfield, but you obviously don't want him to throw an interception, so running the ball is safe here. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 10.
Still looking toward the sidelines for a play, and I think that they're going to just let it wind down. Play clock is less than 5. And they will take a timeout, Troy.
Timeout. Troy.
With 6:25
this is the first
left in the
timeout of the
first
first
half.
half. 30 seconds. Timeout.
So ULM with some strong defense tonight have kept Troy only scoring a field goal on the first drive. And you see Kilcrease trying to make something happen with his legs. He's in for the injured Goose Crowder. We're back to Troy right after this as we're knotted at 3.
Let's get out. Let's get lost. With backup plans. And no plans at all. Let's get dirty. Skin knees and splinters. Let's get out. And let the world in. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM, and it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deal.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Ow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
The new Limitless Pant Collection by Verse. Only at Dick's.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. and know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
ULM and Troy opening Sunbelt Conference play tonight. Beautiful night here in Troy. 4th down and 10. The Trojans going for it. Kilcrease 1 for 2 for 5 yards in the air. Here he throws toward Ross, and it's in and out of his hands, incomplete. As he was looking for his big play man, that was Viggers on the coverage. There is a flag, though.
The fact that Ross was able to...
Offense number 75. That penalty is declined. The ball goes over on down to Louisiana Monroe, 1st and 10.
Super athletic job by Ross to even get his hands on the football there. Not necessarily the best throw, but he's able to at least give it a fighting chance to try and catch the ball. It's all going to be negated anyways because of the hold. ULM's going to take over on downs.
Yeah, Hudson. Zarian Hudson, the left guard, junior from Brookhaven High School in Mississippi. Transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. And so ULM will turn it over. We'll get it on downs, the turnover on downs by Troy. And that was one concern, obviously, for Coach Reagan, the offensive coordinator, with all that attention on Ross. He did think that other receivers will get that one-on-one. It was just up to Goose to get the ball in the right place, but of course Crowder is injured, so it's up to Kilcrease now trying to find those right receivers, and that's a solid run on 1st down.
Yeah, look for ULM to try to just bleed this clock down, get some points before they go into the half. Prior to this drive, they come in with just 43 yards total. 35 on the ground, 8 in the air. So adding 8 to that puts him over the half-century mark for total yardage in this ball game so far.
We'll be going down to junior. He's got an update on Goose Crowder on his injury. 2nd down and 3. A short 3, a long 2. Take your pick. Either way, it's going to be a 1st down here. Still churning. Boy, strong running there by the Warhawks. Was that Hardy again? Boy, he is strong. Only a true freshman from Monticello, Mississippi. Brennan Jackson again making the tackle. 1st down and 10. Warhawks with a little tempo. All righty, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for General Booty. Redshirt junior out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Play action. He's looking for a big chunk near side, and it's intercepted. He was looking for Tyler Griffin, the backup wide receiver, the transfer from UCF, but making the interception is Justin Poe.
1st and 10, Troy.
His first pick as a Troy Trojan.
Troy needed that turnover in a big way, too. They have not had a ton of turnovers this season, and that was a timely one here tonight. You got 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Going to put the ball back in the hands of the offense here, and a great grab by Justin Poe, making the highlight reel tonight. Take another look at it. Go up and get it, young man. He never gave that receiver a chance to catch the football. Short throw from Booty. Maybe kind of proving why they don't go to the air a ton on the deep ball, and big-time interception for the Troy Trojans.
2nd interception of the year for General Booty. 1st career pick for Poe. And Kilcrease out at quarterback again. And he'll throw near side to Dalton. And let's send it down to junior with an update.
A big hit for the Troy Trojan. They lost Goose Crowder. He just caught it into the locker room, and his return, he will not return the remainder of the game.
Okay, so it won't be Crowder anymore tonight. That's Carl Glass Jr. again making the tackle. So now Jared Parker will be with his backup quarterback Tucker Kilcrease. Might even see Matthew Caldwell. We'll see what Kilcrease can do. He adds another element, Kilcrease does, with his legs. On 2nd down and 5, that's going to be close, maybe just shy a yard of a first down. There you see Poe on that sideline. Thrill. There's the defensive coordinator, Dante Wright. Wyatt Williams Sr. with the tackle. He had 10 last week, did Williams, against Texas. Also had a pick. He was one of your impact players.
Yeah, he certainly was. You mentioned Dante Wright a second ago, too. He's a lot of fun to talk with each week as well. He's up at West Virginia last year with Parker, and they're longtime buds, too.
Yes, there's a run by Green. He needed a yard for the first down, and he picked up another 15.
Yeah, he kind of snuck through there, picked up some big yardage. Let's take another look here. Green gets the handoff, and you almost can't find him. He's able to bounce that thing outside and pick up big-time yardage. Hot hands, they give it to him again.
Green on the carry.
I've noticed they've done that quite a bit tonight. If Green gets a big pickup, they're going to hand it right back to him.
Jalen Ware making the stop for ULM, and you talked about, there you see Green already 72 yards on 8 carries. That's 9 yards a pop. That long of 23 earlier. 2nd down and 7. We'll talk about Wright and Parker. You talked about them being longtime buds. And there is a run up to near midfield. It's going to set up 3rd down. That was Ware again on the tackle. Taylor on the carry. That Dante Wright grew up. In fact, they might as well have been brothers. In fact, it was Parker that drove Wright to school when they were younger. Up there in Kansas, I should say Kentucky. In fact, both head coaches are from Kentucky. Obviously, both in their first year at their schools. There you see the driver back in the day, driving Dante to school. That's how you develop a relationship. I should say, there's Vincent right there, the first-year head coach for ULM.
Got a fun little chess match going tonight between the two first-year head coaches.
This is a 30-second timeout. Second.
A little ugly at times.
Yes. Yes.
But that's what conference play's about, man. You just got to survive.
Can't wait to hear what Junior, when he talks with the two head coaches, they'll probably brag about the defenses, obviously, but offense, it's been a work in progress for both these teams tonight.
Yeah, both have things to clean up. For ULM, you got to work on that passing game. Maybe some short throws to the flats, something to get a little consistency going to just catching the football. And then for Troy, got to work on that snap from the center, obviously, too. And so that's been a problem tonight. Made the switch at center to Tyler Cappy, and that problem has been kind of resolved since the move. So maybe something's going on with Russ tonight. May have an injury. We don't know. But it's been an interesting night, though. And as you get into conference play, if there's a silver lining to some of the disasters that maybe you had to navigate through non-conference play, is that your quarterbacks have got experience. So you put a kid in like Kilcrease in a conference game tonight, and he's already played some big moments this year. So he knows what to do and how to handle the football.
Kilcrease on 3rd down, and it's caught. First down for the Trojans. That's Beeson making the catch. Williams makes the stop.
Timeout.
But there you see Troy,
2-minute
first in the
timeout.
Sun Belt Conference, right at 51% on the year converting on 3rd down, and they do just that on that particular 3rd down. And we're going to step aside. We got the 2-minute timeout. We're still tied at 3. Only a couple field goals to show for it here in the first half. Less than 2 minutes left.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Ow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
These days, the best seat in the house is actually in your backyard. When your own game day setup is this perfect, you just can't wait until you're finally home. Start building your dream backyard at Belgard.com.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Sign up today.
Live can't miss NFL games. An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup. Plus NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else. And our exclusive expert analysis. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Sign up today.
This time I use towel. Great ball! It's in! Historic goal! Shoots and scores! Left-footed goal! Loves it!
All right, $1:56 left in the first half. If you like offense, probably not going to like this one so far. Just 3-3, a couple field goals. Kilcrease and the Trojans have it at the 35-yard line under pressure, and that pressure forces the pass to be a tad errant. He was looking for Damian Taylor, and that was an incomplete pass. Billy Poland, again, putting some pressure on the Troy quarterback.
Like enjoying a waffle tonight with no syrup.
Yes.
Or some fried chicken, no hot sauce. That's how a football game's going this evening.
If you like a defensive duel, then we're your ticket so far.
It's good food, but there's some things that can make it better.
Taylor bounces it outside, trying to get to the perimeter, and he makes it to the 30, a pickup of 5.
Taylor on the carry.
That's Poland again. Boy, he has had himself quite a first half, but you would expect that. The Kaufman High School there in Texas.
I think for this Troy offense, the consistency of short passes and running the football is the winning combo right now. Catching guys in the flats like just a moment ago, running the ball behind that to complement the two. Deep shots may be out of the question for a little while.
Kilcrease, that was a run all the way, and he is still on his feet down to the 26-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and decision time for Jared Parker. 4th and 1 at the 26. Kilcrease trying to make something happen with his legs on that play.
Louisiana Monroe, this is their first timeout of the first half, 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 1:03.
ULM calls the timeout.
Trying to get the football back, maybe.
Yes. So Troy's offense coming into this one, 58 plays per game average. That's 124th in the country. But, of course, some of that is who they played. I mean, Memphis and Iowa, they tried to control the clock against both those teams, especially when in that Memphis game when Crowder went down.
Yeah.
But they came together last week, mixing tempos. Coach Reagan was really happy with that, but tonight it's been a different story against this ULM defense.
Well, you kind of wonder, too. You think back to the Nevada game to start the season. Troy had struggles in that ball game, but then you put them in that 2-minute tempo down the stretch, and they played remarkably well, especially the last drive of the football game, not having to think about a whole lot. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe they do try to incorporate some tempo into the ball game tonight. Does having Kilcrease on the field maybe hold you back from doing that? It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out with the second string guy in.
4th and 1 and movement up front for Troy. Or was he?
False start. Offense.
Yep.
Number 74.
Yep. That
5-yard
was,
penalty
again,
remains
the right
4th
guard,
down.
Daniel King. This is about, I mean, it's almost like a lunar eclipse for him to make this many mistakes in the first half.
Well, there's going to be prayer had in the halftime locker room in about 63 seconds. And we talked to the head coach, Jared Parker, about halftime. I said, well, you know, I said, tell me about your routine, man. He said, I've started taking a moment to breathe before I go talk to folks. It's probably going to be a good idea again tonight, too.
It'll be a 49-yard field goal. Yeah, I loved what he kind of took us behind the curtain, that halftime process of his. This is a 49-yard field goal attempt. And it's good. How about that? Scott Taylor Renfro dialing long distance with 57 ticks left here in the first half, and Troy has regained the lead.
Nice kick. You're going to have to tell the kids what dialing long distance is, but
that's the hometown hero right there, Scott Taylor Renfro. His long was 30 against Nevada. He buried it with that one.
He may be the only guy on the team to score points tonight. Based on how this first half has gone, neither team's had tremendous success moving the football tonight. Troy's got 164 total yards. ULM just 56 on the game.
8 through the air, 48 on the ground. Troy with 124 on the ground, 40 up top. And there's Scott Taylor Renfro. Comes from a great family.
Kicking for the Trojans, number 32, Patty McAteer.
And so it'll be Patty McAteer, though, kicking off. In case you haven't joined Ben and I on any of the broadcasts so far this year for Troy, he hadn't kicked an American football until April of this year.
Just wild to me.
It's just amazing, and watch how he uncoils on it. Yep, another touchback for McAteer. As that was, I mean, he only showed up on August 21st because he was trying to secure a visa and a plane ticket from Ireland.
Wow.
Incredible story. And a nice pickup. And now if you're Bryant Vincent, now what do? You got 57 seconds left. You'll have it at the 25-yard line.
What's the tempo offense look like for this ULM team?
We're going to find out, aren't we?
They've had trouble throwing the football. I think they'll tell you that, too. I don't think they'll sugarcoat it. He seems to, Bryant Vincent, be a straight shooter. So what does it look like? What's your 57-second package here?
Booty, whose uncle, John David Booty, quarterback at LSU. And they'll keep it on the ground. That says a lot right there. And a quick timeout after a 4-yard pickup as they unpack the pile.
Party on the carry.
Timeout, Louisiana Monroe. This is a 30-second timeout. Second of the half.
So ULM with the timeout. Looking to bounce back the Warhawks after falling to top-ranked Texas in Game 3, 51-3. First loss in the Bryant Vincent era after a 2-0 start. They defeated Jackson State 30-14 in Week 1 and scored the final 16 points of the game to seal the win. And let's talk about some of these unbeaten non-autonomy teams so far this year. Navy with a nice win. Went by the stadium today on the way down as they took care of UAB, a team that ULM also beat. James Madison, of course, out of the Sun Belt. Speaking of hurting feelings.
Hung 70 on Mac Brown in North Carolina last weekend. And let me tell you, that game got a lot of people talking about what what Mac Brown's future looks like at North Carolina, too.
Yeah. Here's Hardy. Pop behind the line of scrimmage. I guess they're going to say forward progress near the line of scrimmage, so I'm not sure if it'll be a tackle for a loss. That was Jordan Stringer, first time we've mentioned his name. Stringer leading the team in tackles by 1 over Brendan Jackson coming into tonight. He had 8 tackles. 2 of them were tackles for a loss last week in that win. against Florida A&M. Now 3rd down and 6. 20 seconds and counting left in the first half.
Lead the clock, take a shot here.
I would.
Be interesting to see what the play call becomes.
Most likely the last play of the first half. And as soon as I say that, a flag.
Delay of game, offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remain 3rd down.
This most likely will be the last play of the first half.
Yeah.
And Bryant Vincent, there you go. Boy, he was talking about how, he thought so much of Troy. Lots of tradition and winning and passion for the program. He said he saw it in the town of Troy. He admires the administration. It's a special place.
Yeah. And, pretty neat that he lived here for a while. He talked about Larry Blakeney, of course, the namesake of the football field here, and just how much respect he's got for Coach Blakeney and what all he taught him while he was here, too.
And this time the fake to Ahmad Hardy, and it's Booty taking it. Nope, check that. That was Aiden Armenta, the backup quarterback. So we've seen 3 quarterbacks for ULM in the first half as they trail 6-3 here at the break. Junior Lewis Saints will be tracking down Jared Parker. We'll get his thoughts here of the first half. And let's send it down to Junior. He's got Coach.
Coach, you up at the 3 at the half, but a lot of things need to work on. You had a few bad snaps, a lot of penalties, but you up at the half.
Yeah, it's good to lead at any half, but everybody sees this the same way. We had a veteran center get a piece of the yips there. We can't operate with the ball laying on the ground when we're in the gun. Of course, our starting quarterback, that was a big loss for us when Goose goes out of the game. That doesn't need to be forgotten. And then certainly the penalties can't happen. We've got to get them fixed.
We're back. 18th Aviation Regiment. He flew the AH-64 Apache in today's flyover. Not a big offensive showing in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a good ROTC program here. Seen a lot of ROTC cadets lined up on the field as I was walking up. That's why I went through an ROTC program, and it absolutely was, the jumping point that got me into my career. And I've been in for just over 20 years now, so it's been a heck of a ride.
It's been a heck of a ride, and congratulations, boy! I tell you what, that was exciting, Ben.
Yeah, it certainly was. Thank you for the flyover.
Is the meal your craving deserves, and now you.
Conference play for ULM tonight. They trail native Patty McAteer.
He definitely kept it simple, guys. He used one of those jump some all lines from last year. I said, Coach, how you think about how your team played this first half? He said, we got them right where we want them, guys. But he said, hey, those guys, if they come out this half and fight, they're going to try and establish the passing game, and hopefully they get the lead here.
Thanks a lot, Junior. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's like I mentioned a moment ago, Coach Vincent, he's got some attitude about him. He says we got Troy right where we want him.
Let's see what happens. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, and they go up top, play action. Booty looking for the big chunk, and it's incomplete. And so with just 8 yards passing in the first half, they try to go deep, but Ian Connerly Goodley in on that coverage. He had 4 tackles last week in that win. He's the transfer from southeastern Louisiana. He came in this summer, right before the fall camp started.
Let me tell you, that team, southeastern Louisiana, had some dogs on it. There's a guy named Bauer Sharp playing tight end at Oklahoma that was on that squad too, and he had a good day today just up the road.
Looks like Armenta is starting at quarterback in the second half for ULM, and Hardy gets introduced to that defensive, especially that linebacker position. Brendan Jackson, boy, he is special, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got 4 tackles for a loss on the year coming in to the game tonight. Let's go ahead and add another one there on his stat sheet as well. So Troy knew they were going to run the football on that play and ate it right up. I like the play call, though, the gutsy play call of ULM to kind of throw the bomb on first down.
Yeah.
A little bit of miscommunication on the route, but looks like they may try to go to the air again. I would watch out also for Booty to take off running here.
3rd and 15. Armenta near side. and tackled well short of the first down. They might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Jackson again, that's Lafayette as well for Troy from that spear position.
Well, you can't play punt trading with Troy because eventually Devontae Ross is going to get open for this offense, and it's going to get ugly really quick if you allow that to happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how the defense for ULM can hold this Troy offense all night.
Mackenzie Ryan with the punt, and Devontae Ross picks it up far side. And I don't know, he made some lemonade out of those lemons.
Yeah, well, it was almost way worse than lemons. Yes. A doggy sidewalk surprise there is what that was going to turn into, because the Troy man got hit by the ball. Devontae Ross had to pick it up and take off running. And, yeah, you're right. He made lemonade out of lemons, we'll call it.
Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. And then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Kamala Harris was given one important job as vice president: monitor and control our southern border. How did she do? Did she take the job seriously? Did she do all she could to protect American citizens from an invasion? Did she do anything at all?
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Here's her grim scorecard: murders, rapes, attacks on children, a 12-year-old girl in Texas, a mother of 5 in Maryland, a nursing student in Georgia, all savagely murdered by those Biden and Harris led into our country unlawfully.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris was and is a complete failure at her job. Now she's asking us for a promotion? Who in their right mind would give it to her? Restoration PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, geez. No. Okay. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Troy has 8 straight victories over Sunbelt opponents. That's the 5th longest active winning streak in conference play nationally. Right now, they're in a dogfight right now. Look at this punt. Ross ended up getting some yards on the punt return, but this was close to being a major miscue.
Yeah, right off his teammates' ankles, and good on Ross to see that and to pick it up. And like you mentioned, pulling something out of nothing there, or averting complete disaster, quite honestly.
Of course, Ross a couple weeks ago had that 77-yard punt return for a touchdown against Iowa. And here's Gilcrease with plenty of room. And he's upended at the 30-yard line. Tucker Gilcrease with a big-time run. And Fun Troy makes the tackle. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, the former Brantley Bulldog taking off running there and showing you a little bit different look. That's a new element that ULM's going to have to defend here in the second half. It's little things like that that will pull a defender in, maybe from double covering Devontae Ross. That's going to open some things up for this team.
First down and 10. It's a little misdirection. That's Taylor. Pickup of 1, and Tyler Cappy is starting at center in the second half. The 6'3", 305-pound sophomore from Priceville High School here in Alabama. That's Earl Marquette. We've mentioned his name quite a bit, from Marrero, Louisiana. He's played at USC and TCU before here at ULM.
Toured the country.
He has toured
playing
the country.
College football.
Yes. 2nd and 9 on the ground. It is Taylor spinning his way down to the 24-yard line. A pickup of 5 for Damian Taylor.
And that is a
pulling again on the tackle.
Unique thing about the transfer portal is a young man got to go live in Los Angeles, Dallas, Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Those 3 places have something in common. There's TV shows filmed in all 3 of those places.
Sure is,
yeah.
Yeah, of course you're talking about a little Duck Dynasty action over there in West Monroe, Louisiana.
No doubt.
Those are some big Warhawk fans. First down, I should say 3rd down and 5. Kilcrease, ooh, he got popped. And I mean, hit hard by Carl Glass Jr. out of bounds. There is a flag.
Troy's coming back with a pretty obvious hold.
Mm-hmm.
Right through the middle.
Holding. Offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
They called it on Damian Taylor, and so watch him right here. He wraps up completely and just throws the guy to the ground.
That's what Billy Poland, number 5 for ULM, has been everywhere. And Taylor, that was the only thing he thought he could do to protect his quarterback.
Quarterback still took a shot.
Yep, he sure did.
Out on the sideline. So.
And I tell you what, Crowder taking that shot earlier, what has Coach Parker told us just about every time is that, hey, we got to protect Goose Crowder. I mean, Gunnar Watson, the guy that he replaced, we talked about him being one of the toughest guys in the Sun Belt Conference, all the hits that he took in his 6 years at Troy.
Yeah, he did, and he had a pretty good line in front of him, too.
Yes.
But still got hit a ton, and it's just they're playing really good defense in the Sun Belt Conference these days, and some real nasty attitudes, on these defensive squads, and so they're coming for these quarterbacks, and they're going to make you earn your stripes, earn that NIL money, and might be beneficial to learn to slide.
Yeah, trying to replace 3 starters on that offensive line for Troy. And there was an issue with the marker. So the down marker, now we got it all set. 3rd and 14 for Kilcrease and company. He's going to go up top. Now he'll scramble to his right. He's going to try to run inside the 30 and is pushed down to near the 25-yard line, but that's a solid play. That is Steven Sawin, I should say, on that hit, but it's a great run by Kilcrease because he's helped out his friend Scott Taylor Renfro, a much better field goal try.
Yeah, he just had an onslaught of defenders coming at him and able to get out and into some space and add to the yardage there. Very manageable field goal for Scott Taylor Renfro at 45 yards. That's where they'll line this thing up.
He kicked a 47 earlier. He's got 2 tonight. This is from 45. Does he have the hat trick? No, he doesn't. That one just misses. And that's the first miss this year, field goal wise, for Scott Taylor Renfro.
Timeout.
10-12 left here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be Warhawk football when we come back. ULM trailing by a field goal.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. City shopping spree you. Weekend getaway you. Outdoor adventures you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Because when you're in a Mercedes, you'd expect nothing less. Visit MBUSA.com for special offers on select SUV models.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Sign up today.
This time I use top. Great goal! And it's in! Historic goal! Houston scores! Left strike.
It's so on.
Left footed goal. Swanson. And he attacked. He'll reach back like he's had.
6-3 Troy. Scott Taylor Renfro with 2 field goals already tonight. That 45-yarder just missed. Obviously wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah. He's so steady. Steady Eddie. So now ULM still down by only 3. 10-12 left here in the third quarter. And we'll see what will happen now. Booty started. He's 1 for 4 for 8 yards. Armenta is 1 for 2 for 5 yards. So only 13 yards total.
Different look here, going with trips out to the right. Now you got 4 guys on that right-hand side. And a procedure penalty to start the drive.
False start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, remain first down.
Well, I asked him about building a program. I said, is it 24/7? He said, every single day. He's trying to establish a real standard, which means go to class, go to study hall, make sure your locker's clean, treat people right. And there's the offensive line coach right there. That is Cameron Blankenship. You know, he went to high school with 2 of our outstanding crew members, Dustin Wilburn and his wife, Katie.
Not happy about that last play there.
No, he's not. No, not at all. Pretty cool connection. And he was on with that staff up there at UAB when Vincent was up there. And there's a nice solid run by Hardy. Lafayette makes the play. Devin Lafayette, he's the transfer from Northern Illinois. Came in tied for 5th on the team in tackles with 18. Vincent's behind the line of scrimmage.
His resume is all rebuilds. Like we talked about with him. You mentioned him being at UAB and then down at South and now at ULM. And one thing that's a neat correlation is he's been a part of some real cool uniform changes, too. I brought that up with him.
Yeah, you did. He got a grin. He cracked a grin on that one. We talk about more than just football. We'll talk groceries. We'll talk uniforms.
Well, and I'm a real fanboy of the laundry at ULM now. These uniforms are great.
Yeah.
With the classic-looking helmet and, the uniforms at UAB have come a long way. They look great now. South's uniforms, I'm not going to make a lot of people happy saying this, but they look a lot better than they used to.
Right. There you go. Devin Lafayette makes the tackle again for Troy. Out of Brunswick High School in Georgia, Darius Slay, outstanding defensive back, making millions in the pros from Brunswick. All right, 3rd and 7. Complete, but that Troy defense makes the stop about 1.5 yards shy of a first down, as that was Jordan Stringer making the stop, among others. Nate Sullivan made the tackle there. He now has 6 catches on the year.
They're thinking about it. Well, okay, here comes the punt team.
So Jared Parker and his defense force the punt. Parker was talking about some keys this week is, of course, play harder than them and who runs it and who stops the run. Oh, look at this, 4th and 1. They're going for it. Play clock down to 1, and the pass is caught as Hunter Herring, the 3rd-string quarterback, makes the pass complete. L.J. Green made the stop, but look at Julian Nixon. His 2nd catch of the year.
Mr. Nixon coming through with a big-time play there. In the last 2 plays, ULM has doubled their passing yardage tonight. No play bigger than that one to the tight end, Julian Nixon. And Bryant Vincent may have been right. They may have Troy right where they want him.
So Armenta has 2 pass completions for 11 yards. Booty has 1 for 8. And then Herring just then for a big-time conversion on 4th down. And it's 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Armenta. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught. That's Tyler Griffin. He was wide open. And he falls at the 5. Otherwise, if he could keep his balance, we would have had our first touchdown of the night.
Big-time catch here from Griffin, and just why was he so wide open? That's going to be running on film all week. Missed assignments there from this Troy defense. Left a team that's, quite frankly, let's be honest here, not great at passing the football.
No.
Wide receiver that far open downfield. Should have never happened. And in the NFL, he gets up, that's a touchdown. I think it's to change that rule at the college ranks.
Just to get back up and roll or whatever, yeah. And here it is. Here's Hardy on his feet. He's going to pick up a couple down to the 3-yard line. Yeah, remember Dante Wright, the defensive coordinator for Troy, was telling us he was really happy with the front seven, the way they've attacked the last 2 games, playing discipline and downhill. But he was telling, the defensive backs have made some miscues. Just do your job. Brendan Jackson makes the stop there. Speaking of that front seven, remember they let the Florida A&M late in the first half. Had a guy wide open and led to a field goal. And what will this lead to?
It's honestly happened in every game this season. A situation like that where you've got just missed assignment football on the defensive side. Somebody wide open. You see if shortening up the field actually helps Troy's defense a little bit in a situation like this. So they're lucky that the NFL rules don't apply where he could have scored.
Louisiana Monroe, this is the
Because I think
first
with this
timeout
shorter
of the
field, it
second half.
tightens things up for the
30 seconds.
defense, and you don't get beat on that long ball like that.
Timeout, ULM. We're going to step aside when we come back. It is 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. ULM trailing for now by 3.
Whoa! Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Say turn left, I turn right.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday to 6.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday to
1
6.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
We could have made America's all-time best-selling SUV and called it a day. But you still have unmarked paths to go down, unnamed hills to climb, and unknown territory to navigate. So we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds.
Let's go. Be the first to watch at home today.
Who's ready?
I was born ready. Oh, yeah. Go even deeper with loads of extras.
And it pays off even more if you watch the movie a second time. When fans see that. Hey, cowboy, my eyes are up here. I know it's tempting. I look at it too sometimes.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Buy it now, only on digital.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
It's so on.
There's Bryant Vincent. His team is knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. Accountability is big. He said it doesn't matter if you're the best player on the team or your scout team. You've got to be accountable. Treat people right.
In the process of building this program up, got a great boss. John Hartwell was the athletic director here at Troy. Took over when football was on hard times.
And there is the backup quarterback, Hunter Herring, and he's not going to be able to get in. Yes, in fact, came up in the elevator with John Hartwell. Enjoyed seeing him again. Jordan Stringer making the big-time tackle.
He's made some good hires, too, and Neil Brown was one of them.
Yes.
Here at Troy. As a matter of fact, a guy I worked with many years ago, he said, be the hire that your boss puts on their resume. That was Neil Brown at Troy.
Yeah, no doubt about
that. For John Harbaugh.
He had some terrific teams. They took care of business. Let's see who's going to take care of business here on 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Herring is in at quarterback. The give to Hardy. He tries the right side, and Troy's defense says not this time, and they force a 4th down.
That shortened field is better for this defense. Takes a lot of elements out of the field of play. I know that seems counterproductive, but you put a team inside the 10, and this Troy defense can bow up and play some football here. That's exactly what they did. Going to force a field goal attempt here for ULM.
So Andrew Wells will hold, and it will be Max Larson. Started his career at Florida State. Long this year is 40. That was against UAB. This one will be from 20.
Is this replay coming out on the field right now?
Timeout.
So they're going to review on whether or not he was down at before getting into the end zone.
The lime green vest you just saw there came walking out onto the field during the play, so evidently that came from upstairs.
Yes, Terry Walters. The replay official, they've got that. I mean, if they want, the ball came loose. Okay. Who recovered it? All right, there you go. Yeah, the ball was out. Looked like that was Carter Miller, the center. That number, did 50 get it?
That is a white jersey that came up with the football, yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
26?
Oh, 26, okay. Yeah, I beg your pardon. That's
Galloway?
Galloway. All right, let's see. We've got a split verdict up here. Of course, our spot, yep, Galloway.
Let's take another look here.
Yeah.
Recovered his own football.
Yeah. So,
At the video review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner was short of the goal line, 4th down.
All right. So it still will be 4th down. So, and that for Galloway, that was his first carry of the night. That's
might be his last.
Yeah. So here we go again.
That was dangerous.
Yes. 20-yard attempt for Max Larson. 1 for 1 inside the 29 this year. Hit a 35-yarder last week against Texas, the only points in the game for the Warhawks. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game with 4:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Larson with a couple field goals, Scott Taylor Renfro with a couple field goals, and that's our scoring through the first, 41 minutes of this matchup. Well, volleyball here at Troy, coming off a sweep of South Alabama. And it was the first sweep over South Alabama. Tori Hester registered a season-high 30 kills. I mean, they were perfect. The sweep on Thursday night, but then they had to get away from 2 match points on Friday night, but they came back to win. And Josh Lauer had a nice visit with him this afternoon on the way down, and really like the way his team is playing right now. They've got to bring the intensity, which is so important. And they're trying to go this weekend. They're going to San Marcos, their first ever wins against Texas State. It won't be an easy assignment, but they've had tough assignments last weekend. They were up in Madison, Wisconsin, 7,500 plus. They said that was a big thrill.
That's a lot of folks at a volleyball match.
Yeah, it is.
I bet it gets loud in there too. Huh?
Oh my goodness, yes. And I mean, they got 3 players on the team from Wisconsin. So in fact, when they played Texas A&M, they had a lot more Trojan fans there than Aggie fans, as Devontae Ross's return out of bounds with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. But the key is defensive intensity has to grow and mature, and when they're committed to that, Coach Lauer was saying we're a good team. So that'll be one of the keys. Need the aggressive brand, keep them out of system. If they can do that, they're going to try to win their first ever match against Texas State. It'll be at San Marcos coming up.
I haven't been to San Marcos, but it looks like a really nice place.
All right, so from volleyball back here to football. I'll tell you what, Coach Parker and Coach Vincent, you see them on social media. They talk to us about the other sports as well. They're all in for these athletic departments, trying to help promote, cross-promote, if you will. Here's Green with plenty of room to run. He's got a first down for Troy.
Troy coming out with that heavy set there and no wideouts. They had Devontae Ross in tight on the formation. He went in motion, got the defense at least thinking about some things, hand the ball off to Green, and he had a lot of room to run.
Green has had himself quite a night, and he will add to that total. How about 88 yards after that 16-yard scamper, almost 10 yards a pop tonight. And he came in averaging about 3 yards a carry. And that pass is complete, bobbled a bit, but brought in. That was Higgins, Peyton Higgins, his 15th catch of the year. He's second on the team in that category. Devontae Ross, obviously the go-to. He leads the way. Carl Glass Jr. with another tackle.
Yeah, Higgins jumping in the highlight reel tonight too and able to bobble that ball but hang on to it for a big catch.
Davin Anderson in on that play as well out of Greenwood, Mississippi, transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. So a solid pickup on first down, 6 yards, 2nd and 4, play action, and the catch by Devontae Ross. And Ross tried to make a cut and just fell.
Turf monster.
Turf
with the
monster got Devontae.
The big tackle there. And let me tell you, outstanding job by the quarterback, Tucker Kilcrease, to sell that play action pass because he sold it very, very well. Devontae Ross had some space, and then he was trying to turn the jets on there before Big Green got him.
Kilcrease 5 of 8 for 57 yards. Ross now with 2 catches for 21 yards after that 16-yard completion. Kilcrease pressured again, and he gets walloped. Give him maybe a 1-yard gain, so it won't be a sack, but Kilcrease lost his helmet, so he'll have to leave after this play, and we'll see Matthew Caldwell.
Essentially a coverage sack, if you will, on that play. I might do something interesting with Caldwell here if you got a play ready to go for him. Maybe try to catch this ULM defense off guard, take some sort of shot with him. He's got some playing time, and you know what he's capable of doing.
We saw that against Iowa. He had both him and Kilcrease. Well, they threw some beauties, didn't they, to Devontae Ross?
Everybody's throwing one to Devontae.
Those were bombs, though. Those were some big chunks against that Iowa defense. And a solid pickup as Kilcrease comes back in. That's Green again.
Yeah, Green really maybe should have gained only a yard or 2 on that play, but able to push this thing out to third and extremely manageable to pick up a first down. And boy, they're just eating up clock right now. They can get this thing into the fourth quarter very easily on this drive.
Barquette made yet another tackle out of Marrero, Louisiana, the senior. There's a first down run and still on his feet. Got a little bit of a rugby match breaking out here at the vet. And a first down carry by Green with under a minute left. Jalen Ware made the tackle. And look at it, they're fired up. Why not? Trying to get into a little bit of a flow. Look at the first downs. Troy now has doubled up ULM. Now with 16 first downs.
If you're looking at stats, you think, boy, this game's not close. But it is. It's tied up at 6. And sometimes the stat sheet will lie to you about some things.
Doesn't always tell the story. Kilcrease pressured and will fire it out of bounds, incomplete. Not a bad idea by Gilchrist because he was under the gun.
Able to pump the brakes, swat the defender out of the way, and just pipe that ball out of bounds over there behind the national championship banner. Watch him here. Good play action fake. He sees the pressure coming, and good job not getting hit on that play too.
All right, here we go. Gilchrist, 5 of 9 for 49 yards. He's got 2nd and 10 with 16 ticks left here in the third quarter. Taylor tried to bounce it out, and he is tackled. Minimal pickup, maybe 2 yards on the play.
He got some north-south there that wasn't originally anticipated after that first blow on the play. Thought he might lose a little bit of yardage, but...
So Trevor Randall with the tackle, and that will end the third quarter. We're going to have some fireworks in between quarters. Will we have fireworks in the fourth quarter? Nothing but field goals through 45 minutes. Fourth quarter straight ahead here on ESPN+.
Target Circle Week 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, the Ego Power Plus blower, reaching an incredible 765 CFM, and it runs up to 90 minutes on a single charge, exclusively at Lowe's, Ace, and Ego authorized dealers.
Get your special sock out, nerds.
Let's go. Be the first to watch at home today.
Who's ready?
I was born ready. Oh, yeah. Go even deeper with loads of extras.
And it pays off even more if you watch the movie a second time. When fans see that. Hey, cowboy, my eyes are up here. I know it's tempting. I look at it too sometimes.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Buy it now, only on digital.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Oh, whose is this?
What was that?
I wanted a house. She did too. Pizza. What did you break? I knew I couldn't do it on my own. Food's here.
Right.
So we thought, why not go all in together?
Okay.
That's when buying a home together got real. That was my good vase, wasn't it?
It's so on.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
So here was the scene after the first career win for Jared Parker. He told us that it was by far, of course, not a rehearsed deal, meant a lot to him because it really validated that he had some really good relationships. I mean, being hoisted up by his players, he said it was just the best feeling. Here's a pretty good feeling for Parker and the Trojans. Devontae Ross.
Feel even better about a conference victory tonight.
Yeah. I think you're right.
A touchdown might make the man jump around too.
Yes.
With some excitement in this ball game.
Yeah, we had a little jump around with the fireworks just moments ago during the commercial break.
Now let me tell you,
Whiteout Williams with that tackle.
I'm entertained by games like this. I enjoy them. A lot of people don't. A lot of people want to see 51-50.
Yeah.
You telling me 9-6
Please reset the game
could be the
clock to
score, the final of
14:49.
this game? I'm all
A
over.
player's helmet came off. Please reset the game clock to 14:49. And the clock will start on my signal and whistle.
All right, so Scott Taylor Renfro is in again. This will be a 36-yard attempt. He's hit from 37 and 49. One was in the first quarter, the other in the second quarter. He missed a 45-yard field goal attempt in the third. Here in the fourth, he connects. And it's a hat trick for Scott Taylor Renfro. His third field goal of the night. Caps off the drive, and the Trojans have retaken the lead 9-6.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. And then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Kamala Harris was given one important job as vice president: monitor and control our southern border. How did she do? Did she take the job seriously? Did she do all she could to protect American citizens from an invasion? Did she do anything at all?
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Here's her grim scorecard: murders, rapes, attacks on children, a 12-year-old girl in Texas, a mother of 5 in Maryland, a nursing student in Georgia, all savagely murdered by those Biden and Harris led into our country unlawfully.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris was and is a complete failure at her job. Now, she's asking us for a promotion? Who in their right mind would give it to her? Restoration PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Things started off great, but once the new wore off,
They changed.
in the beginning, I got gifts like a phone.
And then next thing you know, it's like I'm invisible.
So I switched up and got me a new phone carrier.
Don't put up with wireless yada yada. Now with Metro Flex, new and existing customers are treated the same. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro.
Scott Taylor Renfro's field goal from 36 yards out capped off a 10-play, 59-yard drive, took right at 4.5 minutes. And here you go, the top scoring offenses, just the opposite of what we've seen here tonight. Look at the Sun Belt, how they're ranking nationally. Of course, South Alabama and James Madison. When you score 70 against the team, that's going to pop up your average, won't it?
So it's about to get real for both of these teams next week. You talk about James Madison and ULM, and then Troy's got Texas State up next in conference play. Then South Alabama behind that on the road.
Both those games, Texas State will be on ESPNU, and then the South Al Battle of the Belt will be on ESPN2 on the 15th.
Yeah, the October schedule gets a little weird for Troy. Got some weeknighters. We'll be back with you in November.
Yeah, we won't be here at all in October. Here's McAteer. Will he have another touchback? No, he won't be a touchback, but a fair catch there. And so, yeah, you got the game coming up. A short week for Coach Parker and company. Texas State, that high-scoring Bobcat squad, done a nice job. Their head coach, just in his second year, he's done a terrific job.
Yeah, quite the turnaround at Texas State, and a lot of people looking at them as a league contender this year.
Yeah,
so far so good.
I can see that. So Troy now with a 9-6 lead. The Trojans 23-6 since losing on that Hail Mary at App State back in 2022. Can they make it 24-6, or will ULM come back and win this one and come from behind fashion. Well, a flag before the first play from scrimmage on this series.
Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty.
On the center.
Made,
Yep.
First down.
Carter Miller, 6'1", 296, the junior out of Fort Worth, Texas. Transfer from JMU, and there you see Coach Vincent. He was talking about, you mentioned Larry Blakeney, how he thought the world of him, how he treated people and made everybody feel like $1 million. There's Hardy, and he's carries it across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. He also gave a lot of credit to Bill Clark, his high school coach, Sam Royce, and we talked about Larry Blakeney. Thought a lot. Those were those mentors that everybody needs. Cecil Powell made that stop. You see Hardy knocking on the door for 60 yards, 15 rushes, so that's right at 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, Vincent, ultra familiar with high school ball in the state and college ball. He's coached everywhere. Charles Henderson, Greenville, Spain Park, South Alabama, UAB.
Yeah, it's amazing. Here's the toss. Hardy's got the first down across the 40. Especially, it's got to be neat. I mean, you're looking across the street. Heck, Ethan Prendergast, my spotter tonight, he's a 9th grader across the street there at Charles Henderson. Daryl Starling made that stop for Troy. And, of course, you mentioned Coach Vincent, coach there. His wife, Holly, was the school nurse.
Charles Henderson plays their football games here at the Vet on Friday nights. And so pretty cool to get to come back as a head coach of a D1 FBS program for Coach Vincent tonight.
Yep. So, first down for ULM at the 41. That is Armenta sending it back to Wells, and he is gobbled up. There's a tackle for a loss. It's just who's going to get credit for that tackle for a loss for Troy. And Cecil Powell was there.
Yeah, take a look. Kind of the whole squad showing up for work.
Powell was the first one to get there. And then Trent Henry also. So Powell started it. Henry finished it off. There you see Philip Lee. He was on a lot of promotional video this week with the military appreciation for the in that marketing department, sports marketing for Troy. Second down and 14 after the loss of 4. Armenta was looking for the pass downfield. Now he throws it, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Sullivan as tight end. Trent Henry on the coverage. He's the transfer from Grambling. He's from Junior Lewis Saints' hometown, Miami, Florida.
Sunny Miami. Well, not this. Well, maybe today, sunny, but it hasn't been this week.
No.
But, almost came up with a big-time interception there. Good job reaching out, getting his hand in front of that football. That was not an easy play to make.
Nope. Sullivan playing a lot more tonight as Rylan Green, the starting tight end, inactive. He was injured against Texas. They also are without their starting left tackle tonight, Sam Carson. He was also injured in that game last week in Austin, Texas. There's a pass that's complete, and it's going to be a big chunk play for the Warhawks. That is Jake Godfrey, still on his feet, finally tackled inside the 10. Philip Lee might have saved the touchdown.
Well, we're going to take another look at this. Godfrey, a guy who came from New Mexico with Vincent. Watch him here. Smart play. You think, okay, he's going to get tackled. No, sir. Watch the cutback. Adds at least 10 more yards to the play after when you thought it was over with. That was a tough run, also a smart run by Godfrey to get his team down in scoring position. The way they're running the football here, it'll be tough for Troy to keep them out of the end zone.
Just the third catch this year for Godfrey out of Spanish Fort High School here in Alabama. He had 2 catches for 26 yards coming into tonight, and that was a pickup of 57 yards from Armenta to Godfrey. And
there's no foul for delay of game. Timeout, Louisiana Monroe.
So ULM calls the timeout with 11:31 left. Coach Vincent and company, they're knocking on the door. They trail by 3, but for how long?
Booth Buck 1 week though. The Nats up to
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
A play, let's send it down to Junior.
And guys, I had an opportunity to visit both sidelines just a few minutes ago, and the energy level is totally different on both sides. You have ULM here that actually felt like you heard Coach Vince talk at halftime, how they got Troy exactly where they want them. Their energy level is way higher than Troy is right now, because Troy they did not expect for them to be hanging around with them now. So it's just an opportunity. Who wants it more? This more sense of urgency, and let's find out who wants it more at this fourth quarter here.
All right, Junior, thanks so much. Yeah, that was what Coach Parker was telling us about. Who's going to play harder? Who will play harder? And right now, Hardy is hit. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up one, so on that play, it was Troy that played harder.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a question of Troy's efforts. I think the defense is playing hard. They're maybe not playing as smart as they could in the ball game. Giving up big plays, explosive plays. That's what's been the crusher of this team tonight and in the games they've lost, is giving up these just huge chunk plays. Play so good for so long, and then boom, big play, and it blows up in your face.
Curry made that tackle, his 9th of the season. You got Hardy, and right before the snap, a whistle as Hunter Herring is in, one of the backup quarterbacks.
The official had a pager to go off. It did not go off. We're going to reset the play.
So evidently the replay buzzer went off where the booth could page down and talk to them. Or maybe there was a false feeling. You know, sometimes you feel like your phone vibrates.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what it was.
So, take two.
Phantom.
Yes.
Phantom
Second
vibes.
down and goal at just inside the 6-yard line. And now Herring is not in. Armenta is back in at quarterback for ULM. The fake on the jet sweep. Armenta still rolling to his right into the end zone. There's a flag. And it's a touchdown for ULM. Let's see what the flag is. Wells is celebrating right now. Devon Wells.
Pass interference, defense, number 12. That penalty is declined. Results of the play is touchdown.
So a touchdown reception by Devon Wells, his 2nd of the season, and ULM has its first lead of the night.
That's a big-time touchdown in a game that, well, we haven't seen one tonight. It's the biggest touchdown of the night.
Yeah. And you saw the interference. And so we do have our first touchdown. ULM now leads at 12-9. This is a big extra point right here. Make it a 4-point game if Larson can connect. Tons of time left, though. Just over 10.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. We got another delay.
It kind of like Junior mentioned, I mean, that the drive had already taken a lot of the life out of the stadium. The touchdown really pulled the energy
The ruling
out
on
of
the
this
field
place.
was a touchdown. The previous play is under video review. Timeout.
So the pagers did go off this time.
So we're going to find out whether or not this was actually a completed pass or not. Here's our different views. Of course, we got a terrific broadcast production crew here tonight, led by our producer, director, Jeremiah Parrish. And it looks like we might be having an incomplete pass.
Maybe, I think he trapped the ball coming down. We're going to take another look at it here.
Lots of angles. Armenta extending the play with his legs.
Here we go, slow look right there. I don't believe, Will, that he's got control of the football.
Here's the angle right now that they're actually checking as we speak in the booth.
That left hand gets out from under it.
Well, we're gonna. I think we might have an overturn here. Yep.
Yeah, it just said the verdict in the booth is that that's not a touchdown. Glad they went back and looked at that.
Yeah.
At least for the home team's sake.
I tell you what, we got Brent Jones, the AD. There, his suite is next to us, and I think his son Jackson is the most animated in there. He's saying it's been incomplete from the get-go.
Yeah, from the jump.
Yeah, he said incomplete, and he's still saying incomplete, and he's going to be right. It's going to be an incomplete pass. And that lead right now for ULM will be taken away, at least momentarily.
So now you got to sort out where was the football at before before that.
And then, of course, you got the pass interference, right? Was it interference?
Yeah, so it's going to be a first down.
Yes.
Half the distance
That's
to
what
the
I'm
goal.
saying. The lead for now is being taken away.
Yeah.
Here we go.
After video review, the pass was incomplete in the end zone. Pass interference in the end zone will be enforced at the 2-yard line with automatic first and goal.
So it's good news for now for Troy, but the first down at the 2 for that ULM offense.
Well, and honestly, just to hear a little bit more life in the stadium off of that call too, I think was a big jolt for the home squad.
Yeah, well, they've had near sellout crowds the first couple of home games against Nevada and then Florida A&M. Not quite, obviously, the same here tonight, but still a loud crowd. And now they bring in Herring, the junior from West Monroe, Louisiana. He will run most of the time. Tonight, though, he does have one pass completion. He's 1 for 1 for 19 yards. And that was his first pass attempted this season.
I've got questions about Booty, though. Is he injured? I want to see if we can get a status update on him. He has not been in the game in a while.
I think it might just be from being ineffective. Here we go. First and goal at the 2. And it will be Herring on the run, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a half a yard. I see Catledge there, the backup middle linebacker. He backs up Brendan Jackson out of Columbus High School in Mississippi, transfer from East Mississippi Community College.
Yeah, Troy swallowed him up on defense there. They're not going to give you the run up the middle. Going to force this thing outside. See if they can push ULM out to the edge.
So it's going to be no gain on that play. So now we got the pistol. Herring, the give to Hardy up the middle, and he did not reach the goal line, and it's going to be 3rd and goal.
Boy, he came close, but again, the defense just bowed up on him and pushed him back. Let's see what we've got here. Jordan Stringer with that.
So what do you do here now if you're Hardy this close? Can you elevate and then celebrate? Maybe up and over?
Elevate and celebrate. I like it.
We'll see.
He might have scored on that play, actually. He was very, very close. See if replay jumps in on that one. I don't think they're going to get it in time.
3rd and goal. It's Hardy, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, ULM. And the Warhawks have their first lead of the night. The true freshman, Ahmad Hardy, comes through his 3rd TD of the year.
Yeah, it wasn't elevate and celebrate, but it was slide right and have a good night on that touchdown play.
Touche, my friend.
That's exactly what happened there. So watch him. He's going to just ease off to the right-hand side and into the end zone.
He showed some strength there instead of going down. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a tough runner, man. Ahmad Hardy is we knew he was gangbuster coming in here tonight, but he's really showed up and had a good night in this ball game.
Yeah, Brendan Jackson had him and tried to take him to the turf, but Hardy had other ideas. And so here's Larson coming in for the extra point. And it's now 13-9 ULM as Larson connects again with the extra point. So it's Hardy His touchdown caps off the drive, and it's the Warhawks trying to knock off the two-time defending Sun Belt Conference champs. This is the Sun Belt Conference opener for both these teams, and we've got ourselves a fantastic finish coming up. There's 9:08 left.
Whoa!
Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Say turn left, I turn right.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th. Big
Target
deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Ow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
We could have made America's all-time best-selling SUV and called it a day. But you still have unmarked paths to go down, unnamed hills to climb, and unknown territory to navigate. So, we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
The new Limitless Pant Collection by Verse. Only at Dick's.
I'm on the next level now.
It's so on.
All right, back here in Troy, this was the view that Lieutenant Colonel Brian Haas, the commander from Fort Novosel, the 1st Battalion, had during the pregame ceremonies. Military Appreciation Night, of course, Lieutenant Colonel Haas was our guest at halftime, and of course, special thanks to Mike Frigge doing some quick editing there.
Yeah, nice job, Mike, and the gang. And boy, this stadium just looks cool, man. I can remember when this south end zone down here was just a grass hill. Kids would be going down on the cardboard boxes during the games.
Devontae Ross, nowhere to go. You saw General Booty's stats. Listen it down to Junior. He's okay, right?
Yeah, General Booty's okay. He seems like he's on the sideline right now. I'm assuming the coaches felt like they had a better opportunity to win with the backup quarterback. So as of right now, he's not injured. I had the opportunity to talk to that to that little trainer. So he's fine. He's good to go. His coach wanted to go opposite direction.
Yeah, I think appreciate that, Junior. I just think Coach Vincent was just looking for maybe another spark from the one of the other quarterbacks. Of course, he's played the other two tonight, and so.
Yeah, when's the last game you called that had 6 quarterbacks play?
Man, I don't think ever. I've called over 1,800 games. I mean, athletic events, but quite a few of those football. But I've never called a game with 6 quarterbacks being played. That's remarkable. So on first down, no gain. That was Kevonte Wells making the stop. He had 3 tackles last week against Texas. He's got at least that here tonight.
Yeah, Kevonte, his hometown, Jackson, Mississippi, jumped in there, made a big-time tackle on defense to start this drive off.
So no gain, 2nd down and 10. And a solid pickup here on 2nd down. Was that Taylor on the carry? Yes, Taylor on the carry and Hopkins on the stop.
So 3rd and 6. Troy's going to have to figure out how to throw the football effectively down the stretch here. Running the ball great tonight, but when you get backed up on the chains on first down like that, 3rd and 6 at your own 25-yard line, you're going to have to figure out how to get it in the air. And Devontae Harris been somewhat Devontae Ross, been somewhat ineffective tonight.
And here's the pass intended for Beeson. It's incomplete as Kilcrease was trying to find Beeson. Came here from Oregon State. That was Godsey Jr., David Godsey Jr. on the coverage, and it's 4th down.
And it's not any fault of Devontae Ross that he hasn't had big numbers tonight. It may be his fault that he's so good.
Yeah, he's a marked man.
He's been covered up the whole game, and the passing game just hasn't risen to the occasion in other areas tonight. There have been some rays of hope, but that's not the kind of drive you wanted there for Troy.
Robert Cole's punt, fair caught at the 40-yard line. Coach Parker was saying we're covering better on kickoffs and punts. He thought they needed to kick better, especially on punting. And that was Devon Wells with the fair catch. And so it'll be 1st down and 10. ULM, first time they've had it on offense with the lead tonight. And they've got great field position at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they certainly do. And this is gut check time for this defense. 7:36 on the clock, and you got a team here that likes to bleed the clock. They know how to bleed the clock. They're going to run the football right here and get this thing moving and try to get out of here with a win.
So here we go on 1st down, the give to Hardy, and Troy looked like they knew the play call. I mean, they stopped it cold, a loss of 2. That might have been Ian Connerly Goodley making that tackle for a loss, and if that would be his first full tackle for a loss. He got a half of one coming in.
Yeah, Troy had 8 guys in the box there, too, on that play.
Yeah,
come on. Yeah.
Force them to throw.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to want to run the ball. And that was what Dante Wright was talking about. He was trying to force. They were going to try to stop the run and make them try to make the quarterback beat them. That was a focus for the Troy defense. And here's Hardy. Broke a tackle across the 40 up to the near 44-yard line. And that'll set up 3rd down for ULM. Justin Poe, who had an interception earlier, gets the tackle. I'll tell you another thing that Coach Parker talking about is you need to start winning the turnover margin. He said they're better at it than we are. A turnover here would be huge for the Trojans. Under 6.5 minutes left. ULM 2 for 8 tonight on 3rd downs. They came in 31%. They're even less than that tonight. 2 for 8.
False start, offense, number 56.
Boy, that's a costly, timely
3rd down.
penalty for ULM's offense. We're looking at 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Chains backed up now to 11 yards. What's the 11-yard play for this offense?
There you see that movement right there. 56, Jay Mickle. He's 6'2", 300, a senior out of Picayune High School in Mississippi, a transfer from Northwest Mississippi Community College.
Doesn't take much.
No. A flinch, and it's 5 yards. Now the Troy cheerleaders trying to get the crowd going. 3rd and long. 3rd and 11. They're going to try to get it on the ground by Hardy, and he's not going to come close. He stopped at the 43-yard line. The clock continues to run, but it's 4th down, and Troy is about to get the football back.
Yeah, feeling much more comfortable on the home sideline right now. But either of these teams is going to have to get an offensive game plan going here. And for ULM, the offense maybe just get the clock running any way, shape, form, or fashion and try to bleed it out when you get the ball back, if you do in this game. For Troy, though, you got to find some air. You got to figure out how to get Devontae Ross involved in this ball game.
He's right there.
There's been some success with him when you motion him on plays, things of that nature. We'll see what they can do.
And they're, just forcing Ross the fair catch back at the 10-yard line. Nice job by Mackenzie Ryan, the punter. And so Troy will have it just under 5 minutes left in the game, trailing 13-9. And as for Ross, Coach Parker was saying, I knew he was a special player because he knew how to prepare. Of course, he didn't expect 6 touchdowns in 2 games, including 3 against Iowa. He's surprised how fast it's happened. But the key is you got to have enough variety to get you the best player of the ball, and what plays you want him to be a bait. And you could use him be making some plays right now. On first down, they give to Green. He's got over 100 yards now, and he breaks another tackle. There's a flag. He's going to, if it's against ULM, he'll be up to 120 yards on the night. If not, and I think this will be against Troy, Wydette Williams Jr. made the stop out of Lake Providence, Louisiana.
It's going to be another hold on this offense?
Yep, I'm afraid so.
Holding. Offense, number 85. At the distance. From the start of the foul. Replay first down.
Yep, Jared Parker was not happy talking about those 6 holding calls combined last week. Just lack of good playing football with the hands. You've got to have better hand placement. And Reagan was talking about that as well as Parker. So
the hold was on 85, they said. Is that Fabian Rogosh?
Yeah, tight end, one of the backup tight ends. Of course, without Connor, Dalton had to start, and now Troy in a bunch of trouble. Back near the 5-yard line as Green got popped. Harris on the stop. Leonard Harris, the third-string safety. A sophomore, just his 5th tackle of the year. 3 of those came last week against Texas. 2nd and 14. And that is Devontae Ross with a pass completion, but they're keeping Devontae in front of him.
Oh, quite honestly, though, that's where you can make some money tonight in this game. It's short passes to Ross like that, just garner up some consistency even here on this drive. I would try that play again, maybe to the other side, flip the field, if you will, but see what happens. When they've had Ross in motion, it gives the quarterback the ability to see if they're in man or zone coverage, and that's another thing that you may see from this offense on this drive.
Gilcrease in trouble, and looks like he might have just rolled his ankle or something. He just went down. Did you see that? I mean, he wasn't.
I think he is hurt.
Oh, my goodness. Already the starter, Goose Crowder, is out tonight. He got injured in the first quarter. Gilcrease now on his back.
Because he had wide open room to run and then just immediately went to the turf.
And that is an obvious concern for Jared Parker.
Yeah, that just didn't look right.
Nope. And it wasn't like he was even hit. We'll look at it again, but it's going to be 4th down and 9 for Troy. And with 3:34 left, let's look at it again. He was under pressure, and then Gilcrease, watch.
Just planted funny on that right foot.
Yep. And see him holding that ankle? Yeah. Let's take an injury timeout. We'll be back right after this. 4th down and 9 for the Trojans, trailing 13-9.
Whoa!
Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Say turn left, I turn right.
Duluth Buck Naked Smooth Underwear.
Welcome back to Troy. Robert Cole with the punt from his goal line, and it's going to be fair caught by Wells at the 48-yard line. And they're actually going to mark it at the 49-yard line. Great field position for ULM. And there you see the tent. And that's where Tucker Gilcrease is in right now. Good night.
Just running through some of our Bryant Vincent notes here in year one. Got 73 new players. You mentioned that tonight. Said they got to throw the football better in this game. I think they've done that tonight too. Up to how many passing yards for the night? At least.
I've got them with 95.
135.
Oh, 135 now. Beg your pardon. 95 yards rushing.
He said they needed to do a decent job running the football. Check. And he said when you're rebuilding a program, like you mentioned, you got to establish some culture. They went out and got some dogs at the JUCO level, some guys who want to prove a point, and they're doing it right now on the road at Troy.
Here's Hardy on first down. He scoots into Troy territory, a pickup of 3, maybe 4 yards. And that was Devin Lafayette on yet another tackle tonight. And the clock continues to run. You know, last week, the defense played well at the beginning there against Texas, but their first 3 drives, 8 plays in 3 drives, put the defense out there way too much. But then they had that 4th drive against Texas, went 14 plays. They got a field goal. They've been good in the kicking game, except that snap on a field goal attempt late in the first half last week. A field goal, if they could get some points here, would still keep it a 1-score game. So Troy, but now they're getting closer to field goal range, as it's now inside the 45, and now Parker has to start taking some timeouts. That's his first timeout that he's taken here in the second half. Damaj Yancey makes the tackle.
Troy, this is the first timeout of the second half. 30 seconds.
You've essentially got 4 in your pocket down the stretch,
right,
with the 2-minute timeout coming up. But this is a big third down. Let me tell you, things get very uncomfortable if ULM converts this first down. And honestly, do you go for it on 4th down? Let's say you get it 4th and very short. You might try to roll the dice here on the road in conference play.
Well, that's what you can do. There's you see Caldwell warming up. Jared Parker down to his 3rd string, walk on. And there you see right there. There's Parker and Reagan talking. I asked him, Reagan, about, you're down on the sidelines. You prefer the sidelines? And he said, yeah. I mean, he used to be the eyes up in the box for Neil Brown when he was here before. But he likes on the sidelines because he can get a feel of the players, especially in between series.
Yeah, he relies on tight ends coach Kevin Riener in the box quite a bit to be his upper eyes, if you will.
3rd and short, Hardy, good effort. I think he might have enough for the first down. He needed 3, and I think he got 3.5.
So you don't have to panic if you're on that Troy sideline.
Timeout.
You're still going to have an opportunity to get the ball back if you can make the stop.
Half, 30 seconds.
It gets much more uncomfortable now in this ball game. Pressure,
7.
I mean, just at elite levels right now. And your 3rd-string quarterback, Matthew Caldwell, is going to come into the game. And we'll see what he's got.
Yep.
But defense is going to have to bow up and get a stop here first. For ULM, you just run the football. Don't do anything fancy. Hand that ball to Ahmad Hardy and try to go crank the bus. Turn on the showers.
There's Caldwell. Looked like he's pretty loosey-goosey. He's talking with Russ. He was trying to keep with the beat. He was dancing to the music here in timeout.
He's come in and played tonight already. So,
and he's come in. He's faced some really good teams already this year in Memphis and Iowa. And there's Kilcrease with that ankle. He's trying. You can see he's grimacing.
Yeah,
it is smarting.
Maybe not a debilitating injury, but a nagging one can.
And especially Kilcrease, that's what he's known for, though. I mean, he's quick with his feet, not so much with that injury. And that's Hardy down to the 36. And you see Parker calling timeout again. Timeout. He's down to 1 timeout.
Troy, this is the 3rd and final timeout of the second half. 30 seconds.
Jackson made the stop. Dorian Jackson, 3rd string corner, redshirt freshman. Wetumpka.
Yes. That's where Bear Woods, former Troy linebacker, kind of a folk hero in these parts, head coach Wetumpka High School.
Okay. You know, you talked about all the newcomers and the transfers. Troy was 61 newcomers this year. That's 6th most in FBS. 31 transfers, 8th most. Just a massive turnover. 20 players have made their first FBS start, 2nd most in the nation. 12 freshmen played in the first 3 games, 3 true freshmen. I mean, but it's just one of those things that these are challenges for Troy and for ULM. Because everything's new, right? New coach, new head coach, new coaching staff. Here we go, 2nd down. Oh, nice hit on Hardy. And that's going to force third down. I don't know if he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a big-time stop. Big-time stop on that play. It sets
Poe.
up a long third down.
Yep.
And Poe, man, he's been everywhere tonight, too. Great game out of him tonight. Let me tell you, if ULM gets out of here with a win, Will, we're talking about the ULM Warhawks halfway to bowl eligibility in September. Not even to the month of October. And that's just a credit to what Bryant Vincent's been able to do with this program so early.
Poe with his 7th tackle of the night. And you're right, ULM trying to salt it. Their defense has been superb tonight. Have held Troy's offense to just 3 field goals. And will that be the game-winning touchdown for Hardy? We got 2 minutes left to find out.
Target Circle Week, 1 week.
Sunday the 6th.
Target
Big deals.
Circle Week,
Sunday the
1
6th.
week.
Big
Wow.
deal.
It's Target Circle Week.
Get ready for 7 days of big deals.
That's right, Penn. What a big week.
Huge week. Starting October 6th.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Mercedes-Benz SUVs.
This season, ESPN Plus has hundreds of games across 20 conferences. That's more action, more touchdowns, more college football.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
Streaming now.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Sign up today.
This time I use top. They got it, and it's in! The historic goal! Houston scores! Left-footed goal! Loves it!
Live can't miss NFL games. An ESPN Plus exclusive Monday night matchup. Plus NFL primetime. You can't get anywhere else. And our exclusive expert analysis. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Sign up today.
Two minutes left. Troy with a quick turnaround. They've got back here Thursday night football against Texas State. Not going to be an easy assignment, especially if Crowder is not good to go. 14th overall matchup between the Bobcats and the Trojans. Here, though, 2 minutes left. 3rd down and 7. Troy is out of timeouts. Hardy, if he can get the first down, that will do it, and I think he did. That should salt it. That is a huge conversion on 3rd down. 3rd and 7 against the Troy defense.
Yeah, you're not going to win football games giving up that play.
Dante Wright was just telling just do your job. You don't have to do the job of everybody on the team. Just do your job. But they didn't quite get the job done there, and a huge conversion on 3rd and 7.
On the ground, too. That's even more of a cut, if you will, for this defense, knowing that they gave it up on the ground. And you see at ULM hitting victory formation. Hey, let me tell you, party in Monroe, Louisiana tonight, because they just came on the road and knocked off the Troy Trojans, and these are high times for this football program. What, one winning season in 20 years?
Yes. Well, what did Coach Vincent say? He was told when he got hired, this is the worst program in the country.
Yeah,
and I said, really, Coach, the worst? He said, yeah. I mean, it was he made no bones about it. The challenge that was ahead.
And another thing he said, too, is that part of this rebuild, we're trying to skip a few steps.
Yep.
we're trying to do this quick. And, he's been a part of some rebuilds, like we mentioned, at South Alabama, at UAB, every high school program he's been associated with. And this is a signature win for them tonight.
Oh, yeah, winning on the road and what he was talking about against a team with a program that is so proud. And look at the celebration on the far side. Look at Coach Vincent. Look at the happiness. And look at that. There's a great shot right there. That's his boss. That's the athletic director, John Hartwell. And he said he had a great visit with him down at Orange Beach. 4 hours, he knew this was his fit. And Hartwell obviously made that decision to bring him on, and it's been a good one so far, as there's under 10 seconds left, as Bryant Vincent and his Warhawks will be 3-1 now on the year.
You got to start talking about them as a conference contender. Let me tell you, they play salty attitude football. That's what they did tonight. Came on the road, knocked off the Troy Trojans, and that's the biggest win for ULM in quite some time, maybe since they beat Bama back in 2007.
Wow, that is saying something. Junior Lewis Saint will track down a very happy head coach, and we'll see and get his thoughts. And there's the ejection. If you're the Troy Trojans, you got a little pep in your step after the win last weekend. Played a very difficult schedule here at the outset. Even the coach said, hey, we should have been 1-2. But now, with the loss tonight, that's a 1-3 start for the Trojans. Check that, 1-4.
Yeah, and I think this was a ball game that a lot of folks were looking at down the stretch, maybe to, see if, quite frankly, this was an upset tonight. ULM on the road, and so a big-time win by this Warhawks squad.
Let's send it down to Junior.
Coach, at the half, you said you kept it close. Somehow your team found a way to pull out this ground-out game.
You know what, man? This is what these games are all about. Hey! Let's go! Hey! Get him right there. Take a knee right there. I apologize. They're excited. It's about toughness. It's about mentality. Big games are won in the fourth. And this is probably the first game that this team has won in the fourth quarter in a long time. I couldn't be more proud of them. Our coaches, our players are tough, they're resilient. We had so many things that didn't go our way, and we never gave in. We never gave up, and we won the game in the end. Probably one of the biggest wins at ULM in a long time.
And I tell you, talking about that defense, Coach, you guys were able to contain Troy big plays, especially Devontae Ross.
No doubt. Defensively, we played great all year. We're tough, we're fast, we're physical. Our defensive staff does a tremendous job, and our guys play their hearts out.
How important was it to win this first conference game, Coach, especially on the road against the champs?
We just beat the back-to-back champ. The back-to-back champ. And we came to their house and did it. That says 134 to going on the road and beating the back-to-back champ. I couldn't be more proud of these Warhawks.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations to Bryant Vincent, as it was an Ahmad Hardy 1-yard run with about 5.5 minutes left. That was the difference.
Reminds me with that post-game presser there,